All right. Everybody ready for the SmackDown Queen? Here we go. You guys are in time for the SmackDown Queen. She signs on every day for waiting for MAGA to enter the door. Whether this and that in a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA. She's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got bite. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard to come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. Thank you, Chris. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a winner." 1 second, James. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. Oh, where'd you go, James? Where'd you go, James? I told you just give me a second. You didn't have to be so impatient, did you? Justin, thank you for the $1 Venmo. Watch, I can guarantee someone in your debates today won't know the full context of the 14th Amendment. You don't say. All right, let me come up on my backup account. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit that guest request button and come on up. Everybody else, just keep making those hearts fly. Making those hearts fly. I love to see it. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit that guest request button and come on up. Let's have a conversation today. Hello over there on YouTube and Twitch. Good to see you. Happy Sunday to you too, Becky, on YouTube. I hope you have a great day as well. So if you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit that guest request and come on up. I'm going to bring up my backup account. Make sure you guys are all following my backup account. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. You're salty today, Kale. There's days I'm more salty than others. I get it. If you voted for Donald Trump, you should be in the guest request box. The comment section's for Harris supporters because they are not allowed in my box right now. Only Trump supporters are allowed on the panel. So the comment section is going to be for Kamala supporters. It's only fair. You guys should be up here having conversations with me. And the Harris supporters will be down in the comment section. Oh, Christina, did you vote for Trump?
I did. All right. Kevin, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I usually don't do. I only do one. Don't do two, but we'll see how it goes. I guess one of you got invited up, and the other one I brought up at the simultaneously, which doesn't usually happen.
I'm only a half, so it's okay.
Half. Okay. Um. Well, let me start with Kevin. Kevin, how old are you, and what state did you vote in?
I'm 53, originally from New Jersey, moved down to Tennessee about 20 years ago, due to my work.
Okay. Christina, how old are you, and what state did you vote in?
45 in West Virginia.
Okay. All right. Kevin, did you want to respond to my background, or what did you say about Democrats in the comment section that prompted them to bring you up?
Actually, I literally just joined within the last couple minutes, and I was fortunate enough to get right on.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, so I didn't see a lot of the comments. I went back to a few, and then I got the invite.
What comment did you make that made them bring you up?
I didn't make a comment.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, so are you happy with what's going on with the
Just
Trump?
that I was a Trump supporter. I guess that's kind of what brought me up.
Maybe.
Okay. I just want to go to the illegal immigrants.
No, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
What has Donald Trump done for you personally, without mentioning Biden, without mentioning immigrants or gender? What has Donald Trump done for you personally?
Not a whole lot.
Correct. What has he done? What has he done for anyone in America yet?
Nothing I've seen.
Correct.
Oh my God.
You got that right, Kevin. I'm really proud of you. Good job. because immigrants don't really affect our personal lives. Okay, let's just be honest. I'm in Florida. Immigrants don't affect our daily lives. Huh?
Do you have a housekeeper?
No. I don't have housekeeper money. Are you kidding me? I am the housekeeper. That would be me. um, so I guess that's what I always wonder, because every time I talk to Trump supporters, they're always like, and I'm like, what are you doing, and all this kind of stuff, or why did you vote for Trump? They're always like, well, immigrants, but what has he done for you? Because he ran on lowering groceries. He ran on lowering housing prices. He ran on lowering our electricity 50%. He ran on everything becoming more affordable, because before the election, every Trump supporter that came up in the box to talk to me said they were voting for Donald Trump because they couldn't afford. Where'd you go, Christina? They couldn't afford groceries. They couldn't afford gas. They couldn't afford eggs. If I heard eggs one more time, I was going to blow a gasket. Kevin, where are you going? Are you leaving too? Kevin, come back. Christina, where'd you go? I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll keep talking. Hopefully Kevin's not running away too. Um, oh, he ran too. Well, that was fast. Woo! They had no defense, did they? I said, don't mention Biden, don't mention immigrants, don't mention gender. What is he doing for you? Nothing. Well, okay. That's a clippable moment. That was good. Didn't have to do too much on that, did I? Well, they don't call me the SmackDown Queen for nothing. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. They sure dropped out quick, and nobody's requesting. Shocker. Oh, that was funny. That was light work, man. This is going to be a good Sunday, isn't it? That was light work. Exactly, Aaron. I was making too much sense. They're like, no. Has he done anything for you? Nothing. Bingo. Bingo. Topher, thank you for your subscription. If you voted for Donald Trump, Aaron, thank you for subscribing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you. I've been trying to get my subscriptions back up. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're on a subwave. If you want to subscribe, I need 3 more subscribers in the next 12 minutes or 14 minutes for this sub goal. I appreciate it if you would like. You can help support my live. I've got my live goal up there, and I do have my pay apps in my bio. If you want to help support me, that's cool. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. You should not be have fun chatting with all 5 friends. What? I'm inviting Trump supporters up here, not my friends. I'm only inviting Trump supporters up till 6 p.m. Eastern. You guys have it for like 2 hours. But you guys come up and have conversations with me, and not a narrow one of you in my comment box. Wait to come up. None of you are trying to come up here to talk to me. I know it's because what he's doing is indefensible. I know that Ted Cruz is turning on him. I know Joe Rogan has turned on him. I know that all of these different people that are like, whoa, this tariffs is too much. Too much. Overplayed whatever hand he's got. It is too much. Oh, Tony, where'd you go? I just had somebody in my guest request box and I was getting ready to bring him up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Yeah, Ben Shapiro, Rand Paul. But you know what? I'm all for it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay? You know what? Let it happen. We're all going to suffer anyway, right? But get this. After the 1930s Great Depression, do you know that Republicans never gained back control of the House or Senate for 60 years after the Great Depression? Yeah, 60. There was a little bit here and there, maybe one's off, two's off every once in a while. They'd get control for like a year or two, whatever. But for the most part, Democrats had control for 60 years after the Great Depression. Bring it. Bring it. Let Republicans just dive bomb with the economy. Everyone losing their 401ks and their retirement. Trump's out there golfing while the economy's crashing. Golfing while our soldiers' bodies are being returned, and he skipped the dignified ceremony. Let him keep doing it. I'll take the next 60 years. If that means no Republicans for the next 60 years, crash and burn, bitch. It's already crashing. Let it go. Let it go. If it means 60 years without Republicans, I'm down. Beach Bum Wannabe, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, mainstream media is finally, yeah. I'm looking for Trump supporters to come up and talk. If you voted for Donald Trump, come up. Why is it so hard? I mean, I know it's indefensible, so you don't want to. I get it. Oh, another one that was in the box jumped down. They scared me. U.S. Ace. Hi, you vote for Trump?
I did. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 55 in Michigan.
All right. So can you tell me?
Fan of the last administration, are you?
Pardon me?
I said you're a big fan of the last administration.
I'm not a fan of politicians because we hire them to do a job. We elect them to do a job for the American people. So I'm not a fan of anybody. I'm a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm a fan of the Atlanta Braves. Like, I'm a fan of sports teams. I'm not a fan of politicians. No.
All right, fair enough. So what's the issue with Trump now? I just joined on like 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, let me just ask you a question.
My point, this economy has to, I don't want to say the economy, but the fiat system we're currently under has to crash in order for to usher in a new one.
So what's the new one going to be?
It doesn't matter. It has to change. We're in a fucking debt system right now.
And who of all the presidents in our history, who added the most in their 4-year term?
Probably Trump.
Yeah, that one. You think he's coming in to actually fix the system? He actually has already added $4.5 trillion more in his first 2 months. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Of course. I'm great. My business is thriving again as it did in 2016 to 2020.
What kind of business do you have?
Construction.
Well, it won't be for long because you got the tariffs on Canadian steel and lumber. It's going to affect construction prices, just so you know.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. Just like
oh, there it is, everybody. Oh, hold on, real quick. All my Harris supporters, everybody, mark that off on your bingo cards. Well, we'll have to wait and see. That's the answer to everything because you have no answers for anything. That's all of you guys that no. Wait a minute. I don't allow men to speak over me. It's not going to start with you. I know you guys are going to have bingo real quick. Wait and see is every answer I get from Trump supporters when they have no answer. They don't have an answer, so they just say, wait and see. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see as everyone's losing their 401ks, their retirement, all of their retirement pensions, just crashing and burning. That's your answer. Well, you're just going to have to wait and see. We can't afford to wait and see. People are losing everything now. Why don't you care that people are losing their entire retirements at the same time that Trump and them are talking about stripping away Medicaid and possibly Medicare and Social Security for everybody? Where they're like, well, everybody should have planned better for their future. How many times have I been told that after the election? Well, you should have planned better for your future. You shouldn't have been depending on Social Security. You should have been investing. Look at all the people that actually did invest. And look what's happening to their retirement plans. They're tanking, crashing, and burning. So no 401k, it's depleted. Now Social Security, Medicare going to be gone. They're trying to make those insolvent. So what are solvent? So what? What's the answer? What's this fantastic idea he's floated that's going to change everything? You're unmuted. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, your perspectives are just insane, man. You guys are delusional.
How is that delusional? How is that delusional? How is that delusional when the continuing resolution that Donald Trump put in or wanted has already passed the House? It's already passed that has $880 billion in Medicaid and food assistance programs being cut and $119 billion in veterans health care. Why are you laughing?
Where do you get your facts from?
Have you read the continuing resolution? Have you read it?
In the continuing resolution, that is a bill put forth by the House that went through the Senate. What are you talking about? Is there something missing in your vocabulary or your reading comprehension skills?
Have you read it?
Don't tell you that when you that goes through the bill in the House, that goes through the House and the Senate, that doesn't matter.
Have you read it? Have you read it? Oh, he's gagged. He's gagged.
Ace, you're the one that came up here and said you own a business, a construction business at that. In a time right now that construction companies are actually hurting across the board.
I think Ace is trying to figure out how to leave the live and he doesn't know how. There he goes. He figured it out. That's the third runner today. I've only been on 25 minutes by just asking questions. Just asking questions. When they don't have an answer, they just cut tail and run. Woo! I gotta admit, this has been pretty fun. Because all I've had to do is just ask questions. I haven't really got too confrontational, just like, hey, here's the question, and boom, as they ran both times. Boom, boom, gone. They wouldn't answer, and they just hauled ass. Theodore, did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I am just looking for Trump supporters right now. Trump supporters only. But thanks for coming up, and W's in the chat for not voting for the moron. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I am just looking for Trump supporters right now. If you voted for Donald Trump, I'd like to talk with you. If you want to help support my live, right here on the banner, Cash App and Venmo. Paleo, did you vote for Trump?
It's hard to hear you, Paleo.
I can't hear you at all.
Yeah,
we can't.
Your mic is either covered up or something like that. It's very, very low.
I can barely hear.
Can you hear me? Now we can hear you.
A little better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm sure I am. Ask me anything.
Oh.
How old are you in what state?
Yeah. How old are you? And what state did you vote in?
I'm 61 and I'm in Tennessee.
Okay. Can you tell me one thing that Donald Trump has done for you personally since he's got into office without mentioning Biden, immigrants, or gender? Go.
Are you talking the 2016 term? Or
nope. Well, yeah, either one. Either one, but we're 3 months into the current term. He already had 4 years. We already knew what was going to be happening. So
I made more money in 2016.
I said, what did he personally do for you?
I don't understand. We made more money in 2016 than you ever did, right? That was what you just said? That's correct. Okay, that was President.
Thank you, Obama.
That was not Obama. That was yes, President. It was. That was President Obama. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you telling me? Okay. You're telling me that a president who left office, whose policies were no longer in effect. Hold on a minute. You asked me. Trump did not take office till January 20th of 2017.
Correct.
I just told you in 2016 when Trump got elected, from the time he took office to the time he left. Didn't take, I know, sir,
you said 2016.
More money in 2016 than you've ever made. You did not mention anything about either president. Okay, that was a slip. What I meant was under President Trump's
Okay. So what did he do? Okay. What policy did he implement that made you more money?
Taxes were lowered. Corporate taxes were lowered. Taxes weren't lowered till 2018.
Taxes weren't lowered till 2018. The Tax Cuts and Job Act didn't happen until 2018.
It sure did.
It did not happen until 2018.
I just said it sure did.
You've moved the goalpost 3 times now. Your goalpost has wheels because you keep getting caught up and slipping in your lies.
Now let's talk about the Tax Cuts and Job Act, sir. How did you make more money? The average American person. Sir, stop. Hey, you can't crash out. The average American person, sir, the average American person from 2018 till 2021. I just said it. Hold on, sir. Let me finish my statement. You can't just come in here and steamroll that I ever have. Okay, so let me make sure you understand. You just can't come in here and steamroll. Okay, so, sir, I'm going to ask you this question. We're going to go question, and I'm going to let you answer. From 2018 till 2021, from the TCJA, the average American taxpayer in the average median income made about $13 extra per paycheck. And in 2022, they started losing that money because the TCJA started putting tax cuts back on to the American middle class and moderate income.
Which is how it was written.
Right, which was how it was written. Because most of its tax cuts went to people that made over $400,000. So, again, how did that $13 equate into a lot more money? When any statistic out there says we were actually losing ground in our economy, and our median income from 2017 through 2019, and of course we fell off a cliff in 2020. Okay, can I speak now?
Mm-hmm.
Donation. Donation. It's a donation exception. No, it's not, sir. That is actual data and statistics. Actual data and statistics not going to let me from the federal government. What you're doing is it's a tactic, and it's always a tactic. It's not a tactic, sir. It's data. All the conversation.
It's data.
Data is not a tactic.
Data is not a tactic. It's just numbers and data don't lie. People lie. Numbers and data don't lie. So when we're telling you something like this is the data, it's just because that's what it is. It's not a tactic. I mean, if telling you the truth is a tactic, then I guess you could call it that, but
you can unmute.
Yeah, you can unmute.
I made over $4,000 a year more because of less tax deductions. There's no, sir. Nobody, no, that's a lie.
That's a lie because he took away tax deductions.
How much is your yearly income? How much is your yearly income? Well, that's privileged information. Look, no, it's not. Well, give me a rough figure of what yearly is. Sir, do you make over 200? No, I don't. So you make between 100 and 200? No, I make below 100,000. You made below 100,000.
Then you didn't get shit.
Liar.
Exactly.
Absolute liar. An absolute liar. Yes, you are. There's no mathematical magic out there that makes that happen. There's no mathematical magic that makes that happen. Now,
Okay.
I want to ask you, do you want to have a real discussion about what's going on today, or do you want to continue to lie?
Let me ask you something, Paleo. Forget the first term. What has he done this term? Because he ran on lowering everyone's prices on everything. He said he's going to make life affordable again. He's going to cut grocery prices. He's going to cut gas prices. He's going to cut housing. He's going to cut your electricity bill in half, he said. Everything's going to be cheaper. As day one, everything's going to get better for you. Can you tell me, again, what has he put into practice? Any executive order that he signed? Because there ain't been no legislation except for the continuing resolution adding $4.5 trillion more to our debt so that millionaires and billionaires can have more tax cuts. What has he done for you this time, for us, the American people, right now, today, since he's taken over office with all this flurry of executive orders? What has he done for you to benefit from him on this term without mentioning Biden, immigrants, or gender? Go.
Why would I mention gender? What has Joe Biden done in 4 years? There you go.
I just said without mentioning Biden. No. You're playing by my rules. This is my live. I said without mentioning Biden, without mentioning immigrants, and without mentioning gender. What specifically has he done to help you based on what he ran on making everything affordable from day one? Go.
Cat, got your time?
I can't unmute you. You got to unmute yourself. There you go.
You want to shift the direction in what you want to talk about.
Yes.
Yes, and it's dishonest and it's a misnomer. Not dishonest, sir.
I asked you a simple question. What has he done for you personally since he was elected? Because you lied about the first term. That's why I pivoted off of that. You were lying. Period. Point blank. That's it. You were lying. There's no way. Maybe you had more overtime, something that you ended up making more money, but it was not because of Donald Trump. Sorry. That's just not true.
Or it wasn't because of taxes.
Or taxes, exactly. So what I then said, I said, let's forget his last 4-year term, right? He's been president now for 3 months and signed a flurry of executive orders. And I'm asking you, what has he done to benefit you this time with all the executive orders he's written that he campaigned on, making everything more affordable? I want to know what he's personally done for you this time. We're in the current administration. You can unmute.
Look, you want to cut me off and you want to...
No, I want you to answer the question. Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to play this nonsense.
Because you have no answer. Because you have no answer. That's why. Because you have no answer. Because the answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. And you don't have enough integrity to just say nothing. You're being either intellectually dishonest with yourself.
Sir, everybody who wants to come up here today, and on these days, and we're going through what the American people's going through right now with the loss of retirements, with everything that's going on with human rights, women's rights, BIPOC rights, LGBTQI rights. After having a protest in damn near every state yesterday because of what's going on right now, a president that is going after the Constitution of the United States. You heard me, because there's no doubt about what he's trying to do. These are the questions and the issues that are beyond us or with us today. We're not in an election right now. We're actually talking about policy that affects the American people.
It is affecting a lot of people right now in very negative ways. Oh, Paleo Steven's gonna come. If you're gonna answer questions this time, you're gonna answer the question I asked this time.
You're not gonna scold me and treat me like a little kid because I won't answer your stuff. Yes, we will.
We're having a conversation. I asked you a question.
I don't think he understands how lives work.
Beach Bum Wannabe, I can't see that while I'm on live. I can't see how long the subs are and all that, but I can check afterward. Oh my God, he's trying to come up again.
If he's going to come up and crash, sir, here's the deal. One more chance. If you come up, you crash, you don't answer questions, you don't have legitimate conversations about what we are facing today from a president that has done nothing but wrong since he's been in office this time around. If you're not going to have that discussion and why you think it might be good for the American people or why you think it is actually bad for the American people, drop me. Because I'm just going to drop you if you come back up and do it again.
Yep. Carrie, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. I'm going to bring you back up. Give me 1 second, Paleo, if you're going to play nice in the sandbox with everybody. But we're, got to answer the question. Cheryl, thank you for the $2 Cash App. It's a $2 challenge for the I Hate Trump challenge for D and Val. Okay, so Cheryl is challenging everyone in here to support me and Val by sending $2 to our Cash App or Venmos for the I Hate Trump challenge to help support our live. Thank you. Val's pay information's in his bio. All right, Paleo.
Okay. Are you going to let me talk this time?
I would like, if you're going to answer the question, yes. Okay, go ahead.
I answered the question.
No. No, that's not the question, though. That's not the question pending. The question pending is this time. Paleo, that's not the question being asked. The question being asked to you is this time around, 2025, since he's written all these executive orders, has he done anything at all to benefit you or the American people that he ran on? Lowering prices, lowering electricity, lowering housing, making everything affordable again. Has he done anything to benefit you or me for that matter since taking office this time? That's the question I'm asking. So you can unmute and answer that question.
Yeah, he sure has. The first thing he did was sign into law the law concerning what the migrant did to Kate.
No.
Good for everybody. No, sir. How long has Trump been in office?
No. How does that help you? How does the excuse me?
How long has Trump been?
Excuse me.
Let's go down that line. Trump has not been in office. Hold on. Let's go
Hello. Executive orders aren't law, by the way.
Yes, they are not law. Executive orders are not law, first off. Okay, second. A lot of executive orders, gas prices are coming down.
No, they're not.
Gas prices are going up. In Tennessee, gas went from $3.
Well, national average. National
average is going up.
National average is going up. Maybe in your small neck of the woods, it's gone down.
It's not the average over individual. Sir, we understand that individual states and areas may have different outcomes, but the fact of the matter is
National average
for gasoline is going up and has gone up by yesterday's standards by almost 15 cents per gallon. Since Biden has left office. That's not, and this wasn't a surprise.
I'm in full.
I don't like getting in the gas argument because
No.
I understand how the gas companies work, and I also understand several of the reasons that the gas prices go up this time of year. So that's not an argument I usually like to get into, but if you want to go down that road, you're going to get a lesson. But the second thing I want to talk about is what's actually happening to the American people right now. You brought up Riley, and I don't care if we don't say her name, and you know what I'm saying.
I don't either. The Lincoln Riley Act, because her parents showed up at a stupid inauguration and made it public again. So.
But hold on, sir. Let me finish. Jesus Christ, let me finish. I told you this is your last chance. You want to talk about Lincoln Riley? Here's what I want to say. Don't come up here and talk about it unless you're willing to address the laws that have been put in place in states that have made it to where women are getting attacked every 9 seconds by their partners.
You know, U.S. citizens.
Now, let's go to things that are actually happening today. He was murdered by an illegal immigrant.
All right, that's enough. That's
You're
enough.
done.
That's done.
Don't even try to come back, sir.
Oh, it's okay. I blocked him. He can't.
Yeah.
They only seem they tokenize that one person. They don't know who Molly Tibbetts is. They don't know anyone else that was unalived by anybody else under any other administration, or the unarmed Black people that are being unalived by police officers unjustly. Are they fighting as hard for the people of color that are U.S. citizens that are being targeted and unalived by police officers? I want to see the same energy.
Exactly. That's the thing. Don't bring that conversation up unless you have the same energy for everybody that is being harmed by somebody else in this country.
And it's mostly white men.
Yeah, white males are the biggest, or they're the biggest.
Yeah, well, bigoted too. Bigoted too.
But the biggest
Perpetrators. Yep.
To that whole situation. Give me a break.
Exactly.
House. You know, you ever heard the saying, don't throw stones in a glass house?
Yeah, you guys got a lot of glass houses. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump supporters only right now to join the panel. Angel, thank you for the $2 for the I Hate Trump challenge. Gregory, thank you for the $2 for the I Hate Trump challenge. If you want to contribute to the $2 I Hate Trump challenge, you can send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo right here on the yellow banner. Val has his information in his bio. If you want to help support our lives, we are completely and totally, or I'm completely and totally crowdfunded. No, I don't get paid by the DNC. No, I don't get paid by George Soros. I get paid by no one but my lovely followers who donate to me a little bit every day to help support my live. So if you want to help support me, I will be more than appreciative. I have my live gift goal up there too, and I have my subscriptions on. You get access to my cool stickers, and you get priority in the box when it's time to bring up friendlies at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Drew, Mary, thank you very much for the bin. Angie, Brandy, Gregory, and Cheryl, thank you for the cash apps. And Brandy, what are you doing? I love you for it.
Sidearm, why don't you get up here? Oh, thank you. I like the star map. I know the star maps are really cool. They're just pretty. Thank you for the gifts, guys.
The way that it's like lightning at first. You're like, is this lightning?
Yeah. If you voted
for the $2.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Trump supporters, come on up.
Tammy, thank you for the cash app or for the Venmo.
I invite John Beer all the time, and they never come up.
For some reason, I don't know why today, but today, for some reason, my notifications are working quickly.
Ronaldo, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it so much. Let me hit my... Deborah, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. I really appreciate it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. We are looking to have conversations with Trump supporters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Sidearm has been invited and has not come up, so now he will be muted in the chat. You are not allowed in the chat. You are supposed to be in the guest request box talking to us. The comment section is for Kamala supporters because they are not allowed in the guest request box right now. Just Trump supporters, so they get the comment section. It's only fair, guys.
And thank you for Deborah from Venmo and Deborah from Cash App.
Brandy, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. You can request to join. You don't have to wait for me to invite you. You can just request up.
Don't mind. I'll promote her real quick since she's helping us out. For everybody looking for a late night live, like, you know what I'm saying, late night live, look up Brandy. She has a good one.
Oh yeah, I went into her live. I think I was listening last night for a little bit. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. But Val, aren't you excited though that that with the stock market crashing, people losing their 401ks and retirement, the 4 soldiers' bodies coming back for their dignified transfer. Aren't you so excited that the White House finally responded by letting us know that Donald Trump is golfing in a golf tournament?
Oh yeah, just a wonderful thing, right? You know,
I mean,
we always told you he really cares so much about the military, right? Yeah, no, he's never has.
Yeah, it wasn't Liberation Day the other day. It was Liquidation Day.
Liquidation Day.
Monica, thank you for the Venmos all just came through, everybody. So give me 1 second. Monica, thank you for thank you for the $4 because I hate Trumplicans twice as much. Thank you. Drew, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Melanie, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Mary, thank you for the $5 for the I Hate Trump challenge. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Can you imagine? Did you see the clip of Obama when he just looked at the audience he was talking to and he's like, can you imagine if I would have done any of the things that he's done?
Thank you, Jacqueline, and thank you, Tammy, for the $22. Maybe backwards on the
Can you imagine?
Yeah, thank you, Tammy, for the $22. No, I couldn't imagine.
Can you imagine? The Fox News would have been, they would have been calling for him to be, I can't say that word probably.
Yeah, that's
you know.
They've gone absolutely nuts.
They went like that over a tan suit and Michelle Obama's bare shoulders. And Grey Poupon mustard. They absolutely never, ever, 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 ever would have let up. Yes, exactly, Allie Norm. That's what I was going to say. Oh my goodness. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest quest. They don't care that there's pictures of Melania's hoo-ha all over the internet. You know, all that party of family values. There, you've got Musk and Trump who've got like 17 kids with a bunch of different women. It's not the party of family values. Okay, conservatives can't say that anymore. They also can't say that they're fiscally conservative anymore. They're not. They also can't say anything anymore. They're not the moral majority. None of those things can they ever claim anymore. Or the party of law and order. They convicted a felon. They elected a felon. Anthony, thank you for the $10 for I Hate Trump. Don, thank you for the $2 for the I Hate Trump challenge. Thank you. They can't.
Mulaney for the Venmo, and thank you. These names are sometimes hard.
Is it Melanie?
Yeah, no, maybe Melanie. It's weird. It's weird. If I butchered, I'm sorry.
Democrats are getting exposed for what, Rebel? Come up here and talk. Please tell us what we're getting exposed for. I'm very curious. I'm being honest. I'm not being cheeky or funny. I truly want to know what the Democrats are being exposed for.
That's on the lines of every accusation is a confession.
Is a confession? Yeah, that's true. But I was genuinely curious what we're being exposed for. I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump voters only. So if you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. Yeah, being exposed for trying to help. Maybe that's it. Being exposed for trying to stand up for human rights. Being exposed for fighting against a fascist regime takeover. Yeah, okay, we're guilty of that. Okay. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. Don't make me start over. Don't make me do a redo. With almost 800 people in here, you can't. These are not all Harris supporters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, just come up. Come up.
Just try to have a conversation without spitting out.
Right. We want it. I'd much rather have a conversation. We had a very long conversation yesterday. It was almost an hour. I think it was that one guy. I mean, we prefer conversation, but usually you guys just crash out so quick. If you voted for Donald Trump, just come on up. No, don't hashtag that. No. John Beer said he did not vote for, they did not, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but they said they didn't vote for Trump. I don't know if they're just contrarian all the time. Ronzi, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. I really appreciate it. Even though they're here every day. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up, please. We're looking to have conversations with Trump voters. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. I just don't get committing full heartedly into something that is actively trying to destroy you. What does that mean?
That is confusing.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Trump supporters are getting few and far between. No, they ain't at church anymore. They've already gone to church, abused their waitresses when they went to lunch, and they're probably back home. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Thank you, Gen X Proud. I'll give it a couple more minutes and I might have to do a restart because I'm on the coward side of TikTok apparently.
Yeah, they don't want to come up. They're afraid.
Hi, Omega. I truly think that they're regretting their vote. I think a lot of them are, and they just aren't prepared, or they just can't admit to themselves they've been duped and that nothing's getting cheaper and that everything's about to explode and be like unaffordable for everyone. Tommy, hi. I already know you voted for Trump. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
37, New Jersey.
What is that noise behind you?
I don't know. I thought that was coming from you guys.
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No, I just want to say, according to Gas Buddy, on March 10, 2025, the average U.S. gas prices fell to the lowest March level since the pandemic. And you can go to the AAA gas price.
What does the EIA.gov say?
What is that? What's the EIA.gov?
Energy. Right. They're the people who actually track gas prices and gas drilling and all of that for decades. It goes back to decades and decades ago. Like they literally have an entire table up to current of the actual prices, not AAA, not Gas Buddy, that's an app. I'm talking about EIA.gov that tracks that for the government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what did they say?
They said gas prices have gone up.
I'm going up.
Actually, I think it was like 12 cents. But I tried to tell the last time.
Right. Well, gas goes up in this. I mean, well, hold on, because as soon as spring hits and people are on spring break, people are starting to travel, especially when it gets closer to summer, prices always go up because everyone's traveling. And it happens every year, just like in November, December, like toward the end of the year, it starts going down. Or as soon as school starts, gas prices start coming down every single year because people have stopped traveling and going to summer vacations and stuff like that. So
there's another reason too. There's actually a spring summer blend.
Right.
We have a different blend of fuel for the winter.
Right.
And that blend is actually lower cost than the blend that's coming out now. But on average, gases have gone up. This is really not a presidential control. Now, the president's going to have an effect on this, because he did his last time, in his last term in office, by making bad deals with OPEC.
With OPEC Plus, yeah. The OPEC Plus deal.
That's, those would be, those would affect us. But there's been no deal like that put out so far.
Well, look, I'm a little bit confused here because I'm on EIA.org and I'm looking at their charts and
.gov?
U.S. regular gasoline prices, dollars per gallon. The U.S., according to them, it's down 35 cents from a year ago. The East Coast.
I'm not talking a year.
We're not talking about a year.
It's down. No, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm not talking about a year.
Don't start now.
Stop that crap.
Fucking bullshit.
When I made that statement, I said since Trump has come in office,
exactly,
gas has gone up, and it has.
We're not talking about a year ago.
Well, look, but compared to when Biden was in office,
no, we know why the gas prices were up. Again, that is a false narrative because we know this was exactly about the OPEC Okay, and when it drove gas prices, now it was the right. Now I'm going to tell you this: it was the right deal to make
At the
that
time, correct.
Okay, but it wasn't the right deal to make for the period of time he chose to.
It should have been months and not years. Yeah.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, exactly, months, not years. And you can look at the date when that deal came into effect. Gas prices started going up, and they did not start going down again until after that deal
Expired.
After
Yep.
that deal ended, and then they gradually worked their way down.
Okay, what is the deal? When was that deal? You said 2020.
Yes.
Right? It was done in August of 2020.
And what's the deal called?
OPEC plus.
OPEC plus deal.
It had them drilling. It had them providing 10 million barrels a day less because nobody was going anywhere. We were in the middle of the pandemic. Like Val said, it was the right thing to do at the time because nobody was going anywhere. People were traveling. People were working from home. It was the right deal to cut. It was the right deal to make at the time. But he should have done it for months instead of years. That was the problem. When Joe Biden took over in 2021, he had to wait till the end of 2022 for that to even go away, for that OPEC plus deal to end. And he got the economy open back up quicker. We started going back to work. We started traveling again. Demand shot up, which is why gas shot up too, because you had more demand than you had supply. That's just simple economics.
We didn't know how long the pandemic would last. We didn't know if it was going to be months or years. So obviously, if I were Trump and we had a deal like that, I would try to cover it for longer than I would think the pandemic would last.
Sir, you don't plan for failure.
You don't plan for failure, right? I was like, you should have got the economy under control and not denied COVID as being as bad as it was. He could have handled it a lot better.
I'm not seeing anything.
I mean, I don't know what you're thinking about him being good for the oil prices. Do you think he's good for the oil companies in this country?
They're laying rig orders off right now.
I mean, look, he's opened up federal land for drilling.
They ain't going to drill on it.
Where?
But they're not going to drill on it. This is what you don't understand. They are at max capacity right now with the American oil companies. They
Yep.
have all came out and have actually said this. They do not know what this baby drill thing that Donald Trump keeps speaking of. They have no clue what this is supposed to mean.
They're
The U.S. Yeah.
drilling at
US
capacity. Yeah.
Yeah, they're at full capacity. If you want to go read that article from the head of Mobile Oil, just look up Mobile Oil. Head of Mobile Oil says he has no clue what Donald Trump is talking about.
He said they're already drilling. They've drilled more than they ever have in American history under the Biden administration. So there's nothing more to drill. And if you think it's a yay, let's open up federal lands. Are you talking about closing our national parks to drill oil? That's disgusting.
You can't do that to the national parks. You can't do that. Those are off limits.
He's trying to sell them.
He's trying to sign an executive order to lay off all national park works for federal
land under the Bureau of Land Management. It's federal land under the Department of Agriculture under the Forest.
But they're not drilling on it either way. So.
Well, I'm just responding to the thing that you said about national parks. No one is touching.
I asked him, do you think it's good for the oil industry?
He tried to lay off all of the natural park workers in order to gain control over the national parks. Don't say that what I'm talking about isn't true. Go look at the executive order regarding national parks.
Sir, you do understand in 2018, when he was in office last time, they called it the Great Oil Crash of 2018 because his policies put 40 U.S. oil companies out of business. Ended up closing down 9 refineries.
Oh, and he sold our biggest one that was in Texas to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
On his last term.
Sir, y'all want to go down a bunch of arguments in the past. I want to talk about what's going on today because I can tell you right now, your past arguments weren't winners then and they're not winners now.
With the stock market crashing, people are losing money hand over fist. People are freaking out. You have Republican senators and House members, even fucking Ted Cruz, who I loathe with every fiber of my being. He's even saying this is not a good idea. This is not. He said it's going to be a bloodbath if he continues on with these tariffs. Like Republicans are never going to win again. Like literally everyone is like, yo, dude, this is way too much. People are losing their entire retirement accounts, half of the money. People can't maybe if you're young and you're in your 20s or your 30s, you can leave your money in there and hope to God that in the next 20 to 30 years, it'll turn back around and you'll get your money back. But a lot of people, I'm not fear mongering. It's happening today.
Let me just say this.
$9 trillion.
No, Tommy, $9 trillion is not small, and it's not lying. The market has lost $9 trillion.
The market was overinflated to begin with.
No.
God, this is y'all stock.
You are so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
The JP Morgan CEO was talking about this.
JP Morgan CEO came out and said yesterday or said Friday that he is going to put us in a recession if he keeps doing these things. That came from the head of JP Morgan.
Yep. They upped it from 40% chance of going into a recession to 60%. JP Morgan upped the chances of going into a recession from 40% to it's now 60%. And you're going to be lucky if it doesn't go to depression.
He said that yesterday. I can't find anything.
The day before yesterday, he said Friday.
It was literally all over the news. Like, what the hell?
Good about this.
What can I ask you, Tommy? I have to know something. I really need to do. I need to know something.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it I'm saying this as nicely as I possibly can, and I don't mean it in a mean way because I'm genuinely curious. Do you have some type of like a psychological attachment to Donald Trump? Because I think that the only ones that are left on this Trump train are people that have some kind of psychological attachment to him, like where they can't grasp reality because it goes against what Trump is saying. Because every single time that he opens his mouth, he is lying. And you guys think he's telling you the truth, but evidence shows everything out of his mouth and his press secretary is a lie. And I don't know if it's just your ego will not allow you to be like, fuck. This guy's not doing I'm genuinely curious because there's just got to be some reason other than logic. Because you're not making any sense. You see the stock market crashing. You see everything is going fucking into the dumpster. And I don't understand why you're just like fighting it.
You can look at the Dow Jones. You can look how it stagnated under Joe Biden. It was a complete stagnation.
He had growth.
Look at the graph, man.
You're out of here. Look at how shut the hell up.
Look at the graph.
Yeah. Why don't we bring up that graph?
Look at the fucking graph, you stupid.
You're the stupid one here.
Hey.
No, I go up here and I try to.
No. You come up here and try to gaslight us with stupid statements like you just made. The fastest growth happened under Joe Biden. Please
stop talking and look at the fucking graphs. Don't let that bulldog mouth overload that puppy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, darn it.
I don't know what it is where they cannot. They refuse to see what's right in front of them. Like everyone in the whole world can see it.
He's talking about a Dow Jones that grew from 30, I think it was right around 35,000 to 45,000 under the Biden administration. Can somebody find me a flat line in that?
They're quoting what Older Millennium posted yesterday.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're quoting. I bet he follows Older Millennial.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Jen.
I wanted to ask you both, when you lose something, when you lose it, like Diava, if you lost your wallet and then somebody turned it into the police station, what would that be called? A recovery.
Oh yeah, recovered my goods. Yeah.
Right. So what we're about to witness is what's called a recovery in our financial markets. They're going to recover, and it's going to take weeks, months, and years for every person who put money into and had their employers match to even make it back up to the mark where they were. They're never going to have any of that money or the growth, and this is the important part, or the growth that they would have had the market never tanked the way he tanked it. And until people start realizing that he is intentionally tanking the market.
Well, he said that.
Yes. So that the rich of this nation literally get to do stock buybacks, literally get to do things. But here's the thing they didn't expect. They didn't expect for China to respond in kind. They didn't expect the global market to respond in kind. They didn't expect world leaders to join forces. They did not expect that they too, the top three, by the way, billionaires that supported him at the White House that day, they did not expect to lose as much money as they did as well. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg all lost billions. You know which billionaire didn't? Warren Buffett. And you don't have to believe me if that weirdo guy that was just up here, I don't know his name, I've already forgotten it.
Tommy.
Yeah, if he's still in here, I want to make sure that you go research what I just said, because Warren Buffett called this. He said if Trump got back into the office, he would tank the market intentionally. In addition to that, he has now literally told the
I'll be right
world
back.
how weak we are, how very weak the United States is, because he has literally taken all of the leaders out of the positions of power that had any idea how to run the federal government. And so whoever's still in here who still supports this administration, just know that Kentucky is flooding. Measles is outbreaking all over the country, not just in Texas, but Texas has the highest number of cases, 480. An 8-year-old, a second little girl, passed away today from the measles virus. And all of you who still support this means that you supported preventable decreases to our health and health sciences, to our global economy, to everything that made us, if remotely great, what we were. And you allowed one man and his maggot administration to infest it with nothing but funk and fear and hate and racism and misogyny. And now he's tanking the economy. And per Mr. Global today, in Texas, Val, the rig companies are laying off workers. They all got notified today.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking.
And yet again, mainstream media is letting us down. Mainstream media is not report. They didn't show all of the protests that happened yesterday, where it breached out into the world. They're not saying anything that's actually going on. They probably didn't report that the rig people got in. Is it M. Dr. Photo? Okay, that sounds like a tapping error. But they don't get the real story, and that's what I was trying to talk when I was talking to a guy yesterday. He's like, "Well, I didn't hear about that. Well, I don't hear about that." But if you're only watching Fox News, you're only watching Newsmax and OAN, you're not getting what's actually happening. And that's part of the problem.
Mr. Global, and some people know because I wanted to talk about, he's just a social media, deal. No, Mr. Global is now backed by a media company.
Yeah, he's world renowned for his oil and gas industry knowledge.
Well, he owns the whole company, and people don't realize that.
Right.
Yeah. Melanie, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge, and Jacqueline, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that.
Wayne, measles viruses from border crossings and people traveling out of the country. Let me be very clear. The measles virus would not be impacting anyone in the United States had people bothered to get vaccinated. We had eradicated it in the United States. So miss me with your bullshit, because that's not why. That's not why.
It's
There would be no measles outbreaks anywhere in the United States if we had followed the science and continued to vaccinate accordingly. And now, because we haven't, many people are going to carry on with illnesses because the measles virus, let me make this very clear, doesn't just impact you once you have it and it wanes. It literally can harm you up to 8 years after you were infected. So good luck spreading more misinformation, Wayne.
Yep. Another a second child has unalived today from measles in Texas. And you got RFK ahead of Health and Human Services. What could fucking go wrong? Grandpa, I think we're in somebody's pocket. If you voted for Donald Trump,
I haven't had anybody blowing my ear that hard in a long time.
I know, right? That's the most action I've had in a long time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. And that's simply because I don't want any, by the way. You don't want any action. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because if it involves a man, no, thank you.
It's funny that Trump's been in office since January and they're still blaming the border crossings. I thought the border was closed, Val.
I don't think they understand what that really means. For everybody that's really out there that doesn't know, with all those executive orders that have been shot down by the courts so far, we're still in. Just so you know.
We're still what?
We're still under Title 8, just so everybody knows.
Oh, yeah. The same one we have been for decades. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that same one. Shocker, I know.
Can I brag a little bit?
Sure.
I literally woke up this morning and I was followed by Grandma Willie. If those of you who are on this app do not know who Grandma Willie is, and I don't get starstruck by anybody following me, but I was followed by Grandma Willie today.
Nice.
And Grandma Willie is an amazing Black woman who cooks beautiful food and tells beautiful stories on this app every single day. And if you can possibly follow her, I encourage you to do so because she will bring you so much joy. And let me tell you, she sticks her foot in it every time she cooks.
That's funny. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. I'll follow her when I get off of here because I don't think I follow her. I follow a lot, but I'm not certain of the name, so I'll check it. Grandma Willie.
Yeah, she's just, you would love her. She's so calming, and her most recent video was green beans and with bacon and homemade stuffing, dressing, and chicken thighs, and then she shows her potato salad, and I told her, I'm like, oh, wait, what time and what desserts am I bringing?
One thing we know for sure, though, there won't be no raisins in it, girl.
No, but there was seasoning for show.
Oh, now I'm hungry. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up.
I'm starving. I'm actually waiting for Costco delivery to get here because we're out of everything, and my son and his girlfriend left early this morning, so I couldn't leave Mom.
I just made myself a Philly.
We didn't even have eggs this morning. I was so pissed.
That's funny. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Yes,
I Princess Liver, you do follow me and you are a superstar.
Get it, OB.
All right, let's get this moving. I do not see enough hearts coming up past me and Val. Let's tap that screen, tap that screen. If I can see this and I'm doing it, y'all can do a lot better with 882 people in here. Let's tap that screen. Let's tap, tap, tap. She's got her subscriptions turned on. She's at 292 out of 400. She has her coral reef, 2 out of 20. You guys can do better than that. Let's get her some coral reefs up here. We've got Val and I here supporting the live. Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Support, support, support. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make this happen. If you're a Trump supporter, I guess you can request up. Otherwise, that's what Diva wants. But, if not, we're good.
And Jem and Val have their pay apps in their bios too. So don't forget about Jem and Val. And if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. What you waiting for?
Damn, Gen X, tell us how you really feel about the situation.
Uh-huh. I love watching Lavina, the Amish girl that cooks with direct eye contact. I'm actually going to buy her cookbook. I love her. If you voted for Donald Trump, huh?
I like a lot of people that cook on here.
Yeah, but she's not Amish anymore, but she still wears her traditional garb when she's cooking, and she uses hand tools instead of power tools and all that. She's adorable. Her recipes are so simple and easy, and she's great.
I like the British lady. If y'all ever see the British lady, she usually gets a wine or something like that. She sits there and she talks about people that put stupid recipes out there that usually involve a block of cheese or something. Oh, it's funny. She is hilarious. Kind of like a British version of North Omaha.
No, she grew up Amish. She said straight Amish, but she left the Amish, but she still does all her traditional Amish recipes, and she dresses up in her old Amish garb and simple recipes. Lovina, Lovina.
Claire is the person that I'm talking about. She's hilarious because it always ends up the same way. They'll make something, they'll take a bite of it or something like that. She'll be like, "Oh, fuck off."
Lavinia, yeah. They're on TikTok. She's the one who does not blink. She doesn't look at her hands. She'll be chopping. Doesn't look at anything. She doesn't measure. When she measures something, she doesn't look at anything ever. I'm so impressed by her. It's crazy.
It's impressive, but it kind of freaks me out too.
Little Mama, did you vote for Trump? Oh, I think that was a tapping error. Nona Pia, I like her too. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request.
Oh, Nona's great. Yeah.
Pia Nona, yeah. It's okay, little mama. It's okay if it's an accident. I appreciate that. Just means you were sending those hearts flying.
No. Now, I don't know that anybody can keep up with that with her. She's a new level of Italian to me.
Yes, I like Barefoot Neighbor too. He's funny. He's really funny. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request.
do something no one else done, and showed how she did.
She makes it look so easy.
Failed miserably.
Yeah, she's also been doing it for like 70 years or something, probably with her eyes closed. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Beatmaker, why don't you come up here? If you voted for Donald Trump, get up here. All right. Hi, Loretta. Good to see you, friend. Yes, I get it. Why are they scared of the panel? We're the nicest people on TikTok. Thank you, Loretta. We're the nicest people on TikTok.
Hi, Loretta.
The protest scared them off. No, the protest didn't scare them off. They've been scared ever since he took office. Once he starts doing all this crazy shit, you got a galaxy from Jem from Loretta.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, look at there. She gave me one too. Thank you, Loretta. You're the best.
Thank you so much. I mean, there's 800. Let's see. There's 800 and almost 820 people in here. All right, let's do a quick poll. In the middle of the screen, at the very bottom in the middle. Smiley face if you voted for Harris. Sad face if you voted for Trump. Go. It's in the middle of the screen, toward the bottom. Happy face for Harris. Sad face for Trump. Why aren't those two Trump supporters in the box? Two. I know y'all lying. I know you lying. I know you lying. Oh, we got 3. If you voted for Donald Trump, you should be hitting the guest request box. Come on up. Don't make me do a restart, guys. With 800 people in here, there's no reason to do a restart. Just request up. Let's have a convo. Let's go. They don't want to hear that Daddy Trump might have done something wrong. Well, I think the thing is they know he's done something wrong. They know that this is all messed up. They know that the stock market is crashing. All he talked about his entire first term was how great the stock market was, how fabulous the stock market was. Look at the stock market. Look at the stock market. That's all he fucking talked about all 4 years. The damn stock market. Now that the stock market has crashed and economists says we're going into a recession, now they don't want to come up and talk anymore. I mean, I know it's hard to defend. That's got to be what it is. They can't defend it anymore. Where's Beatmaker? You guys keep responding to him, but I can't find a comment so that I can mute them. They should be up in the box talking. Sorry. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on. Mike, come on up. Mika, whatever your name is. That's probably true. Chances are they don't have any stocks. So they don't care. They don't realize that with the stock market crashing and the tariffs, because most of them don't even know how tariffs work. They think other countries pay the tariff. They don't know that we are going to be paying for those. All right. Why the heck did Floridians vote Republican? Because they're brainwashed. I mute the Trump voters in the comment section because you're supposed to be in the guest request box. Harris supporters are not allowed in the guest request box right now. Only Trump supporters. So the comment section is for Kamala supporters, since they can't come up and talk to us yet. So that's why you're getting muted. If you voted for Donald Trump, we just want to have a conversation with you. Come on up. If you're glad that you voted for Donald Trump, come up and tell us why. Joe, thank you for the $5 cash app. Wonder why Trump not mentioned about drill baby drill. Right? Right? Where did drill baby drill go? Would it lower your gas price, your grocery prices on day one? Come on, get in the box. If you voted for Donald Trump, get up here. Let's go. I don't want to do a restart, guys. Well, I did see there was a lady that was part of ahead of like the Venezuelans in Florida like group, because Miami-Dade went red for Trump for the first time in decades, and it was because he assured. Oh, look at the octopus! It's so cute. He had said he wasn't going to do anything about, he was only going to be going after criminals, right? Well, now that he has said he was going to revoke even the Venezuelans that were here on protected status, they're all like, oh shit, we didn't know he was coming for us. Just like a typical Trump supporter is, as long as they thought it was going to harm someone else, they were cool with it. The minute that it's going to start affecting them, now they're like, oh no, we made a mistake. But they paid a lot of money in these Miami-Dade, like those areas, after the Cubans, the Venezuelans, telling them that Joe Biden, Kamala Harris were, communists, scaring them with language because they fled those countries where they lived under authoritarian regime. And now, guess what? You get another authoritarian. They spent a lot of money in advertising in Spanish. They fell for it. And they go after a lot of them because a lot of them are Catholic and they have strong faith for being pro-life and stuff like that. So we usually go for Republicans too because of their conservative stances. But there's a whole lot of Cubans and Venezuelans in Florida that are not happy. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. If you're wondering what was going through my brain at that moment, you just heard it.
Oh, wow.
Right out the mouth. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's go. I'm looking for Trump voters. Let's chat. Stewie, do we have one here? Richard, hi. Did you vote for Trump? Christ, what the fuck was that?
I'm gonna go with child.
That's what you get when you invite Trump supporters up, apparently. I was hoping for a conversation, man. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. It's so weird. Crash on impact. Melania sounded terrible.
Hey, Trump supporters, can you keep your fetuses under control, please?
Oh my lord. What was that? Oh, Rick. Hey. Keep him.
There we go.
Oh, you gotta just keep them muted till I can block them. I can't block them fast enough if you take them down immediately. I mean, I get it. You just.
Want to take you down.
I know. I'm gonna have to do a restart anyway because every time that happens, I get a violation within 30 minutes. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna start right over. Stupid fucking kids. Doing a quick restart. Every time they do that, I always end up getting a violation. So I'm not taking a violation for these stupid ass people. Fucking inbreds. Hi, everybody on YouTube and Twitch. How are you today? Everybody doing good? All right, welcome back in. Welcome. Thank you guys for, I see those hearts flying. That's going to get us up on the For You page quickest. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's get going. Let's get those hearts flying. Good to hear that, Diane, on YouTube. Thank you. Hello. Welcome back, my lovelies. Please hit the guest request button. They're not in here yet. We haven't hit the For You page yet. I'm going to waste my breath for right now. I'm not going to waste my breath just yet. Everybody, let's just get those hearts flying as fast as we can go so we can get some good conversation in here. Oh, Lady Fox on YouTube, you're sick? I'm so sorry. My grown-up son is sick. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit that guest request button. Let me bring up my backup account real quick, and then we'll get started. Everybody just make sure those hearts keep flying so we can hit that For You page. It doesn't look like we've quite hit it yet. So if you could just keep patting the screen. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump supporters only. So please only request up if you voted for Donald Trump. 80 that's in the guest request box. You do not have 10 followers. I'm not bringing you up because if you usually have under 10 followers, you're a bot or you're going to come up here and slur. And I don't care to have that on my live. So if you voted for Donald Trump, I do want to talk to you, but you must have 10 or more followers. Otherwise, we just get bots. So if you guys will just share out the live and pat away. I had to start over, Jim. Somebody slurred, so I didn't want to get because I have found out recently that creators, when we get a banana, we can get a banana for what somebody on our panel says. So when they slur or they do stuff like that, I'm just going to do a restart every time. Because I'm not going to get my live taken down because of them fools. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump supporters only right now to have a conversation. So if you voted for Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. If you're not following my live, my backup account, follow my backup account there at the bottom of the screen. Otherwise, if you voted for Donald Trump, I want to talk to you. If you voted for Donald Trump, I want to talk to you. Oh, thank you. Another 90s. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Make sure everybody hits that little orange heart next to my name up there. It only costs you 1 coin, but it makes a lot of difference with our payout and the algorithm. So if you guys could all just hit that little heart me up there, I'd really appreciate it. If you voted for Donald Trump, I am looking to talk to you. I don't argue with snowflakes. No, that just says I don't want to talk to you because I can't defend my orange Jesus. That's all that says to me. That you're scared to talk to me, and that's it. Or you have no defense for what's happening. That too. Trump is going to win in 2028 when he changes the Constitution. We aren't giving our country back. DS Games, come over here. Can you tell me how he's going to do that? How can Donald Trump change the Constitution? If you voted for Donald Trump, you hit the guest request. We got some pipe dreams going on over here, but I would love an explanation. That's okay, man. If he changes the Constitution, he can have a third term. We're going to run Obama. Obama will beat him hands down. So you want to change the amendment? Let's go. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. You can leave at any time. So can you, Jimbo. Why don't you come up and talk to me? Are you scared to talk to me? Like every other Trump supporter has been today? If you voted for Donald Trump, you should be in the guest request box. Let's go. He's too old. He's not even going to make it to 2028. You're delusional. You guys complain about Joe Biden being too old, and you guys would elect him for a third term at 82? Come on. Come on. Give me a break. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come up here. Stop being scared. You're not young. No shit. Did I claim to be 25? I'm 52. I know I'm not young, but I'm sure not at 82. I'm not fucking 82. God damn it. Guys, keep him muted. You guys I have to start over again. Bye, I'll be back. I hate these little fuckers. Had to start over again. These people are sick. These Trump supporters are disgusting. Just vile human beings. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's so frustrating. Yes, I was able to block him. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Everybody else, just keep making those hearts fly. Everybody, I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump supporters only. So if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and hit the guest request button. They keep coming up and slurring, and so I have to keep restarting. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Harris, just throw some hearts. So fucking annoying. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you're just joining us, hit the guest request button if you voted for Donald Trump. If you voted for Kamala Harris, you're going to want to make those hearts fly by patting the screen. Pat, 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 pat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I'm going to bring up my backup account here and we're going to get back into it again. Make sure you're following my backup account for obvious reasons. Everybody else, just make those hearts fly. And if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come up. Yeah, Maddie, come on up. That is a ridiculous statement. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come up. Y'all, I'm at the point now that if every single person that's in this live right now sent me $1 to my Cash App or Venmo right here, I would stop bringing up Trump supporters and just have it friendlies from here on out. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you're a Trump supporter and you've been invited to join the panel, and you don't, you're going to be muted in the comment section, or you're supposed to be in the guest request. So if you voted for Donald Trump, you should not be in the comment section. You should be in the guest request to come up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, I am looking to talk to you only if you are have more than 10 followers. If you have less than 10, don't even bother requesting. Sophie, thank you for the $1 Cash App. Come on, y'all, let's do this. She's like, everybody send $1 to my pay app. Spelled the same way. Thank you. And Gregory sent $1 because he wants some friendly time. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request. If you voted for, I don't deserve $1. Okay, then don't give me one. Oh, so easy. It's called a donation. It's not a fee. I said, if you want to. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit that guest request and come on up. Oh, look at the chicken. That was cute. Oh, Merlin, it's okay. You don't have to. Deal with it. We've had 2, 4, 12 of 16. I don't even know how to write, but I'm going to come up here and make a statement that makes no fucking sense because I'm MAGA. Yeah, we know. Can't form a coherent sentence. We know. We already know. I keep getting reported. I haven't gotten reported. I have to keep restarting because they keep using slurs. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Otherwise, you're going to be muted because you are not supposed to be in the comment section. You cowards. You cowards. Where'd they go? I said, you know what, guys? I'm cool. I'm totally cool. Okay, Donald Trump is crashing the economy, stock market crashing. Everything's going to be more expensive when the tariffs start hitting. Everything's going to be expensive. But guess what, guys? It's okay. We're going to suffer the pain too, right? We're going to suffer the pain. All right? That's cool. Because guess what happened after the Great Depression? After the Great Depression, Republicans didn't get control of the Congress for 60 years. 60 years, Democrats ruled the House or the Senate. 60 years after the Great Depression. Let them crash it down. It's already crashing. So all we have to look forward to the upside is the Republican probably will not win for a very, very long time because they will not be able to be trusted. So, all right, burn it all down. That's what you want to do. Donald Trump wants to burn it all down just to rule over the ashes. And you know what? If we got to go through it, we're going to go through it either way. So at least on the other side of it, we know we're not going to have Republicans for the next 60 years that I'm on this planet, which I probably won't be here because I'd be over 100. But I'm down for trying. I'd love to go to meet my maker with a Democrat in office. Amanda, thank you for the $2. One for me and one for Merlin. Oh, that was so nice. Gigi, thank you for the $1. What bear am I poking? Do you see all these Trump supporters in the comment section just railing about what I just said? Not a single person will come up here and talk to me. Because your keyboard, I don't call you keyboard warriors. I call you keyboard abusers because you just abuse people with your words. You have nothing of value to add but your disgusting rhetoric. Oh Lord, I got two. David, did you vote?
Hey, ma'am.
Did you vote?
You are pretty
Did you-
unbearable and unhinged. And
did
you're
you-
a feminist and
Yeah, I didn't ask you. Yeah, bye. I didn't drop him. He dropped himself. You're unhinged. Then you know what you can do? There's a brand new feature on TikTok. I don't know if you've heard about it. I don't know how old you are. You could be a boomer. Don't know because you didn't even let me get anything out. But there's a really cool thing that if you just put your thumb on the screen and push up, I disappear. I just go away and you don't have to see me. It's a really cool feature. You should try it out. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. That's all they are is disrespectful. I already know that. You're a feminist. Like that's a slur. Because I believe in equality and equal rights for everybody and that women should make the same wages, fair wages, all of those things. Oh no. This one's I'm getting wise to these little kids. If you have voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Women do not make the same as men. That is not true. Just delusional as usual. If you voted for Trump, hit the guest request. But guess what? Oh, I do have one thing positive I could say. I know about Donald Trump. I know, guys. I know. But let me say it. Donald Trump finally drew the biggest crowd of his life. Yesterday. With all the people protesting across the country and across the world against him. Thank you, Donald Trump. You did it. You got the biggest crowd you've ever wanted. Congratulations. You did it. Yay. You made it. Rico, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
43, Texas.
Okay.
What are your facts about to be able to bring that and say, well, we're being governed by morons?
Oh, is it a real? Are you asking me like for real?
I mean, you're a white privileged woman, so
Yes, I am.
I come from a third world country, and I don't
And you
know.
voted for the person who wants to deport you back.
Of course, yes,
So you want to go back home. You're looking for a free plane ride?
maybe.
Or are you looking to go to El Salvador? I hear that prison's a banger.
It's beautiful now.
Yeah, I bet it's gorgeous.
But what are your facts? I mean, talking politically correct. What are your facts, economy-wise? Well, how is this going to affect you?
If you have to ask me, I mean, this is really ridiculous. If you're asking me what my facts are,
Yes.
the facts are.
Mhm.
What time is it in Texas right now?
5 p.m.
Wrong. You want to come up here and talk about policy, or you want to talk about crap like that? Don't come and be like, what's he doing? What's going on? What's happening? The stock market crashing? Well, it's not 5 o'clock yet. It's 4:58. Oh God, U.S. Marine. I'll entertain it for a moment.
Everybody that comes into your life, you say Trump supporters.
How old are you and what state did you vote in? You don't just throw open someone's door to their front house, barge into their house and start yelling at them. Go to the refrigerator and grab yourself a beer, okay? You wait to be greeted. Have some decorum. You can unmute.
You debunk everyone that comes up here that's a Trump supporter. You talk your bullshit, and then you drop them.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Everyone that comes up
How
here,
old are you and
I
what state?
spoke to you
Okay. I actually haven't jumped. I've only dropped.
the other day.
I've only dropped one other person today. Everybody else ran earlier. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
And you mute.
How old are you?
And you mute.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
And you mute.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. You're just because you're a man doesn't mean you're gonna come in here and sling your schlong everywhere and try to like assert your dominance over me when all you have to do is answer the question and then we can talk. And do I debunk everyone that comes in here? Yes, because Trump supporters lie on a daily basis or are woefully uninformed. Exactly, Erica. Why to stay single? Trump supporters are boring. Hi, Vicky. Did you vote for Trump?
Hi. I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I am 55 from Missouri.
Okay. What did you want to add to the conversation?
I mean, I've been listening for a little bit, and the very few people that have actually joined to talk, I've just noticed that. I mean, I come on prepared to be respectful.
Okay, I don't need a critique. I don't need. The complaint department's closed. I don't care about your critique of how I run my live. I'm perfectly happy. I'm perfectly happy to have a conversation. But I don't need you to critique me on any past guests or anything. You don't know what I've been through, what I was on when I had to restart my live 4 times today. So if you've just been here for a few minutes, you have no idea what you're talking about. So if you want to talk about something specific, we can.
Yeah, I would. I actually think the economy is getting better. I think.
Did you say it's getting better?
Yeah, I think that the comment that you made was we're going to be spending a lot more money. Well, it takes money to fix things that are broken, and we have a very broken country from the last few years. And this
Okay,
is why
so the stock market.
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. Don't let the door hit you, honey. Don't let the door hit you.
Oh, it
I hope you get everything you voted for times 10. Have the day you
I will,
deserve.
and it will be.
And make sure next time if you're going to call me a cunt, you call me a thunder cunt and put some respect behind my name. Thank you. I'm not just a regular one, okay? Put the respect behind my name. I came up here to be respectful. That's why I don't believe none of y'all. I don't believe nary a one of you. I'm coming up here to be respectful. No, hell no, you're not. Miss me with your bullshit. Yeah, very caring nurse. Wouldn't you love to see her come in your room to take care of you? All that fucking MAGA demon just seeping out of her skin. I'd be like, new nurse, please. James, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Kentucky, 28.
What did you want to add to the conversation?
I honestly, I've been watching you for a while. Like, I've seen your videos and everything. I just have a question. Like, I've seen people come up here and just get kicked for no reason.
Okay, if you want to critique my live, again, I don't care. Do you want to talk about something in particular? I'll invite you to unmute, but I'm sick of you guys being like, you're not nice. You're this, you're that. Oh my God. Do you see how Trump supporters treat me every day? Do you see how Trump talks to people? Don't tell me I'm not nice. Now, if you want to talk about something in particular, then talk.
No, I was just saying, I just want to give heads up.
You want to what?
I would just want to give a heads up.
A heads up about what?
Like the way you treat people on here.
Oh, you don't think I know?
And that's why
I hate Trump supporters. I hate them. They are the scum of the earth. Okay? So I'm going to treat them as such for that reason. And he said that word on purpose, so I'm going to start over. I'll be right back, and we're going to do friendly, so fuck off MAGA. Hey, welcome back. Now they're just purposely doing shit. I'm so sick of them. Yes, again. Welcome back. Welcome. I know, right? Tara. I'm woke, man. They can't stand hearing the truth. They just want to slur and just be nasty, disgusting fucking people. It's just gross. Like, why are you mean to us? Because you're fucking deplorable. Disgusting human beings. Like, literally the scum of the earth. It does get old. They have no conversation. That's the whole point. They can't defend what's going on. They just crash out and get mad because I think that they know in their hearts and their heads that they're getting screwed and he's not doing anything that they said he was going to do. And they're angry. And they just want to take it out on us Democrats who are trying to call it out and hold their feet to the fire for what they voted for. They were so fucking happy about it before the election. Look, we won, yeah, baby. And then you can't even get them to come up anymore. Because now they're angry. They got duped. They got conned. They're losing their retirement accounts. They're losing their money. They're finding out they're losing jobs. They're angry. And they're probably, Erica, you're right, they're probably embarrassed too. They can't admit to themselves that they've been duped because their little egos just can't handle it. They know the economy's crashing. People are losing their shirts on their 401ks. You got Ted Cruz of all people on TV talking about, whoa, this whole tariff thing, it's going to be a bloodbath if we ever want to win anything again, because this is going to tank the Republicans. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. And then when the tariffs hit, we get most of our shoes in this country. 60% of our footwear comes from China and Vietnam, who have like 46% and 50% taxes on, or tariffs on them. Everything we buy. My shampoo that I just bought the other day, I literally turned it around and it said made in America with imported goods. Even your shampoo has imported stuff in them. Everything is going to go up. Everything. We can't grow coffee here because coffee beans need a tropical climate. They have to import those. There's cocoa for chocolate we can't grow here. It has to be grown in tropical locations. Everybody wants to pay. You guys bitch about your $7 Starbucks. Now they're going to be $15. Be mad at yourself for being duped. Don't be mad at us because you're getting exactly what you voted for. Exactly what you voted for. I gotta go open my door so the dog can go out. Hold on. Hey, Opie. Hey, Opie. Oh, Ruben. Sorry, Ruben.
That's okay. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good. Well, it seems like it's a kind of weekday on everyone's life from what I've been watching. I guess the MAGA are all.
The Trump supporters don't. I'm telling you, they either regret their vote or they're too embarrassed of their vote because they cannot defend this.
Well, that's what I think it is.
They can't.
They're running out of ways to defend. Like, and what's really annoying me is that the signal story is already out of the news, and I knew it was going to happen, but you know, I hope somehow that would stay. Like, there's no investigation. There's no.
The Pentagon actually started an investigation. The Pentagon started an investigation on Friday.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't be swept under the rug. And happy birthday, Justy.
But I did want to come up and just let you guys know I was at the rally in New York City yesterday, the Hands Off rally.
Yay!
I actually did my first live rally.
Nice.
I knew it on live before. Like, obviously I've been on these, but I've never done my own live. But I figured because I can't do it as good as you and Polly and some of the others, so I just haven't bothered, and I don't have the time. But I
That's
did
awesome.
that, and I broadcast, you know, for a lot of it the you know, just what was going on and stuff. So it was great. I mean, it's great to see all those people. I mean, everything got shut down in Manhattan. I don't know if we it's Manhattan, but entire Fifth Avenue was completely shut down from 40 to even usually major, but there were no cars coming in either direction.
That's awesome.
Which means it affected also 6th Avenue in Madison. So, yeah, it was pretty awesome. A lot of signs, and it was a very not sure. I know it was official. Some of the stuff about the Department of Education. There were signs about you know, the Israel-Palestine. There were signs about Social Security. I mean, every bit of fuckery they've been up to was being protested all at once.
I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
That makes my heart happy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's it. You know, it's.
I'm so happy for you, though, that you came. Yeah.
You know, which granted it didn't, but it made me feel a little better. Like
I felt incredible hope. I felt incredible hope watching that it made me even more resolute, or well, I'm going to say this very carefully.
Yeah.
So you guys can pick up what I'm putting down, okay? With the amount of people out protesting, I still think that the November numbers might have been manipulated with, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I know.
You have to be really careful, but
yeah, I have to hope that somebody would have investigated it. Somebody would have known. I don't know.
Who?
I don't know. I mean, we were in control at the time, so it's just bizarre.
I know.
I don't know. I can't figure it out. But you're right. I think it's just a lot of people just, for whatever reason, didn't get motivated to come out. Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
Well, we know some of it was protest votes because they thought, Harris wasn't going to do anything for, Palestine either. But she always and consistently said that she was for a 2-state solution and a ceasefire. So I don't know why they can infer anything other than that, because she said that steadfast all along.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, a lot of it was that for sure. I don't even know.
I think there was some tomfoolery going on, but I also know that there was a lot of people, like probably single moms, who weren't really necessarily dialed into politics, who just listened to what he said of him lowering their grocery prices. All they cared about was they had mouths to feed and couldn't feed them. And so he's making them promises day after day, month after month, that he's going to lower everything so they can afford their groceries. They can afford electricity. They can afford housing. He particularly preyed upon the vulnerabilities of people that couldn't afford things and then gave them nothing. So I think even some of those people that voted for him thought he was going to actually do what he said. And he was going to ease the pain point, because all the exit polls show, when they asked them why they voted for Trump, almost every single one of them overwhelmingly said it was because of the economy. They thought he could do something about the prices, because they weren't dialed into politics. They weren't dialed into what is actually happening in the country. They're apolitical or whatever, but all they knew is they had mouths to feed and they couldn't afford shit. And so Trump was out there promising he'd lower everything. So I think some of them did it out of pure ignorance as well, because they just wanted some relief.
Yeah, I basically see it as the Venn diagram of 3 circles.
Yes.
Between ignorance, racism, and misogyny.
Agree.
And somebody fell into one or more of those.
Agree.
Things. And I think there's a lot more ignorant people in this country than we realize.
Oh no! After TikTok, I actually told my daughter that today. I said I'm fully underestimated how many truly dumb motherfuckers live amongst us. Like, honestly, like truly dumb, stupid, and uneducated.
Yeah, they're just. But I think something about Trump brought them out from the shadows. I think those people that were dumb and uneducated and ignorant.
They didn't try to talk politics.
Who cares about the presidency? My vote doesn't count. Type of people that just kind of wallowed in their own existence and didn't bother with anybody else. But now they somehow feel emboldened to come out and vote, and it's just, and the hypocrisy now. It's like how do you defend the stock market crash?
They can't, which is why they come up here and say, "Well, Biden did," and I'm like, "No." That's what I don't know if you've been watching the whole time. But my
excuse is like, "Well, it's got to go down so that
my first. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been watching, but my first 3 guests right at 4:00, every single one of them that came up were Trump supporters, and I just asked questions. I didn't even get into any debates. I just said, without naming Biden, immigrants, or gender, what has Donald Trump done for you since he's been elected? Absolutely gagged them. They said nothing and ran. Every single one of them.
Yeah, because there is no answer.
They can't defend it.
And there's no laws. Everything he's done is executive order. Like, it's all going to be wiped away when the next Democratic president comes in. The Gulf of Mexico is going to, the Gulf of America is going to go back to the Gulf of Mexico. Like, everything he did is just going to be just totally wiped away like it never happened.
Exactly. And that is that's called ruling by the power of the pen. He has the House, the Senate, the presidency, and most of the Supreme Court. He hasn't even tried to get anything passed through.
No,
He's
think
just
because
doing everything by executive. Well, okay, that was the strategy. Just, Steve Bannon said it a while ago. He gave up the game during the election, but people are too dumb to pay attention. But he said, you flood the zone with executive order after executive order after executive order after. I mean, you just flood the zone so they're so overwhelmed that they have to take you to court on every one of those. So something's going to fall through the cracks that we want, and the rest will have to just leave up to the courts. And sometimes the courts take a while. So they did it on purpose.
And I think that what the Democrats have to do the next time they get in control, which they didn't do when Biden took over, they have to actually change laws so none of this shit can happen again.
That's correct. And
what they try to codify Roe v. Wade into law.
No, what they need to do is we need somebody super progressive to write a Project 2028 for the Democrats and put every free college, free pre-K, free daycare,
free lunches,
codify John Lewis voting rights into law, free lunches for kids, universal health care or Medicare for all, don't care which way we do it. All of it. We got the House, the Senate, the Senate, and the presidency. Pass it all. Pass it all. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. Make it where a felon can't be president. Make sure all of the.
I was going to say that one. Felon, if you have a criminal record, you can't be president.
Nope.
End of story.
And you can't rule by executive order. You can't do tariffs without Congress.
Tariffs also. I think they're just. He's finding the only things he can do without any governmental approval.
Yes.
From Congress, which is executive orders and tariffs.
And codify Roe v. Wade into law, protecting all women in every state. Put the child labor laws back to what they were. Not that, like in Florida, they're trying to lower so 13-year-olds can work overnight, even on school nights.
Yep. I saw that.
Yeah, we don't need child labor. They're just bringing the sweatshops from China and trying to bring them here. They want to build all these factories and they want to have kids run them. Yeah, not happening. So what we need to do is have our own list that when we get in again, we're gonna get it all.
Yeah.
If everything is free,
and don't even hide it. Just put it on a website. Just make project2028.com.
Here's what we're gonna do. And if everything is free, where do you think all the money comes from? Our tax dollars actually working for us instead of corporate subsidies. Like Elon Musk that gets $8 million a day.
Yeah.
And taxpayer money. So guess what?
Zero in taxes last year.
Fuck you. Tax the rich people, eat the rich, tax the churches, tax the billionaires, tax the corporations, their fair share, and we can have all those things. They won't leave. They won't leave this country. They need our money. So we need to come up with our own, that we pass it. We've already got a plan, just like they did. Have the bills already drafted. So as soon as we get in, boom, 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 boom. We're going to hit them just as hard, but with actual laws and pass them through Congress, every last one.
I think well, obviously you're 100% right, but I think another part of it is we have to somehow convince at least some of his supporters. Not all. Obviously, you got that 30-35% that will never sway. But I think there's some that are gettable. And I was talking about this with my friend yesterday at the rally when we talked about it. I think Pete Buttigieg, because of his ability to go on Fox News and keep calm.
Oh, he's great.
And not lose his head and be patient. I don't know Tom Bottom, but I think he's got to be on the ticket in 2028.
Okay, all I'm going to do is say about Pete Buttigieg. I love the man, okay? I think he's incredible. I think you're 100% right. And I love his amazing ability to smack down the Fox News hosts every single time he's on there, and they don't even realize it.
Yep, exactly.
Like he does it with a straight face and with a smile on his face, with that no animus, no anything, just like, oh yeah, well the economy is doing this, and that. He just says matter of fact, and then they just sit there with their mouths hanging open, like dazed and confused, because they don't even realize he just dog walked the shit out of them.
And I hate to say this because it's a terrible thing to say, but I
kind of have to dumb myself down to be at the level of MAGA. He's not too gay. You know what I mean? He doesn't come off as what the right sees as gay, like this flamboyant guy, jumping around, whatever.
Right.
You wouldn't know he was gay if he didn't tell you he's gay. And I think that's maybe something that MAGA can get behind.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't think MAGA will ever get behind. I mean, I think they would do LGBTQ person before they do a person of color. That's how racist they are. But
yeah, at least he's a white man.
Exactly. Their racism is a lot stronger than their dislike for LGBTQ. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks for coming up, Ruben. I appreciate it.
Always. I'll go
Thank
down
you.
And, let's bring somebody else up.
All right. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Just D, birthday girl, get up here. Oh, real quick, Manuel, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $10 Venmo. Manuel is wants to do a $10 challenge. So if you haven't already donated to me today and you'd like to help support my live, Manuel is challenging everybody in the live right now to send $10 to my Cash App or Venmo that's on the bar right here. It has my same logo down there, so you'll know it's me when you see the thumbnail. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you for the $10 challenge as well. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dee. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. It's the last year of my 40s, so I gotta live it up.
Live it up, girl.
Yeah. But I
That's
want to
fun.
say this. I mean, I sound terrible for saying this, but tomorrow I'll get another birthday present because I have a feelings that stock markets, no offense to anybody. I'm in the same boat, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I think the futures comes out tonight, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did they already say it's going to be down like 1,500 points again or something?
Oh my goodness. That is just so terrible. I mean, it's just terrible.
It is terrible.
But, I know they were protesting yesterday, and I like how you phrased it. You try to, put down, listen to what I'm putting down. I don't know how you phrased it, but
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of talk guard it like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yep.
I'm a member of the 92%, and I really, really was pleasantly surprised how everything went down yesterday.
Hey, us white people showed up.
Yes, and I appreciate the people that did mention to us, our demographic in particular. You guys sure did. So
Stay home. That's right. We got it. You already did your part. You did your part in November. It was our turn to stand up this time.
Yeah, but you know what? As a member of the 92%, I am doing things like I don't think I've been to Target in a long, long time. Can't remember the last time I was at Target. I live in a small community, so I'm not able to I have to go to Walmart. I have to pick my poison, so I still do shop at Walmart, but I kind of let Target go.
Actually, Target just reinstated their DEI program.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Because of the backlash.
So that also just wanted to say that it's just hard. I live in Florida like you do. I live in the Panhandle, District 1.
Ah.
And, I think I heard that Escambia County actually went blue. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So that again, that's encouraging. Even though we didn't
Very.
get that seat, that is encouraging. I do recall a lot of blues coming out to vote when I did. I did the early voting, so that was encouraging. But I don't know. It's just so sad. It's just really, really sad, and I know that it's going to be even tougher times coming up. So.
I know. But you know what? I know, and there's something I do the best I can with protesting with my dollars. Like I do the best I can. Like you said, if you only have so much around, you got to get your food. You got to get your stuff somewhere.
Right.
And like Chick-fil-A is on the, the Jesus chicken we're not supposed to be doing because they're anti-LGBTQ. But I have special needs kids who only eat certain things from certain places. And so one of my children is part of the LGBTQ. And I told her about Chick-fil-A and she's like, yeah, we can protest our dollars somewhere else, but I don't care. It's the only thing I eat. So So I can't I can't boycott Chick-fil-A if I wanted to because of my kids' issues with their food, you know. But I won't spend a penny at Home Depot. I won't spend a penny at like Hobby Lobby and yeah. So I do the best I can with protesting with my dollars, you know, wherever I can. So sometimes it's yeah, I know Chick-fil-A is so good. I know. And that's what my kid said. She's like, we'll have to figure out somewhere else we can protest with our dollars, but Chick-fil-A ain't it. And when you have kids that are on the spectrum and they only eat certain things made certain ways from certain places, you just don't have that luxury often. So I do the best I can, but I'm not a teetotaler.
No. Yeah. You know, I live in a small town in District 1, and there's legit nothing there. So I have to go to Pensacola to get
Right.
And Pensacola, I'm sorry, I grew up in Michigan. I grew up in Detroit. So Pensacola to me is a small town.
Yeah. We don't have a Raising Cane's here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said Raising Cane's is better, but I've never been there before.
Yeah. See, I'm used to places like Myers or Macy's, like the department store. They don't have that in Pensacola. I'm used to like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. You know, that's what I'm used to. And the closest Whole Foods is in Destin, and I'm not going there. You know, that's too far. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, Destin. Destin's beautiful though.
It is gorgeous. Yes, it's definitely gorgeous. But,
It's just far. It's like an 8 or 10 hour drive for me. I'm in the Orlando area, so it's a long drive to Destin.
Yeah. No, I used to live in Orlando before I moved to Pensacola. I lived in Orlando for like 3 years, so yeah, I'm familiar with that. I lived in Apopka. Got you.
I don't say where I live on purpose because
Right.
Trump supporters are very, very violent, and
Right.
I have little
Very.
kids, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Small world. Yeah. Okay.
That's funny. I live very close to there, by the way.
Gotcha. Noted. Yeah. Altamont Springs. Yeah. That's where I live. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I go to I go to the my daughter went to UCF, and
Okay.
the Altamont Mall is the closest one, like mall wise, to me.
Yeah. I used to shop there.
Yeah, that's where I had my kids' Santa pictures taken and stuff like that when they were little, and that's funny.
That's even. I mean, that wasn't a bad mall, but that's even considered to me. I lived in Detroit, you know, and then when I left college, I lived in New York, so I'm used to fancy malls and department stores. But Altamont Mall, compared to the mall here where I live in Pensacola, I like that better. You know, so that's just me.
Yeah, Trump supporters are very violent, and it's not us blowing up Teslas and attacking conservatives at protests. Sweet country Rose. Have they put every single? Came out and said it's Democrats? Have they come out and said it? And show me where Trump Democrats are attacking conservatives. As I remember, you guys attacked the Capitol. You guys rubbed your shit all over the walls of the Capitol, and you beat police officers. So mind your business.
Yeah, well, you know, they like to talk, so yeah, just let them. It's like whatever. You can talk all you want.
Every single accusation is a confession from MAGA. So
yeah, that's what Zeus says. Yay!
Every accusation is a confession.
Yes.
Every single one, or projection. Because Trump put on his True Social way back. He was like, if Kamala wins, the stock market's going to crash. The economy's going to go to hell. Like all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, buddy, that's because you knew that's exactly what you were going to fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he literally wrote that on True Social. He's like, the stock market will crash. The economy will crash. All this kind of stuff. I'm like, That was a projection of what he was going to do.
He also wrote something today. I don't know if it was X or was it his little thing, his Street Social, but he also said if the stock market has back-to-back days and it goes down 1,000 points, the president should be impeached immediately. So what's up with that? It's like, okay.
But don't you know the rules don't belong to him? They don't apply to him. They only apply to us.
Of course.
You know, I lived, like I said, I lived in New York. I lived on Long Island after I graduated college. And I remember a friend of mine, we were at a Mets game. And this is before Donald Trump was Donald Trump. This is like in maybe '06 or '07. He and Melania were at a Mets game. And I remember thinking to myself, ew.
Ew.
Seriously, I remember thinking, ew. I've been to Trump Tower a couple times, having, you know, dinner with friends. And I still have this ew, you know, so.
Ew, yeah. He's ick.
Yeah.
Ick. He gives me the ick. Well, thank you for coming up and spending a part of your birthday with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
Thank you, Diava. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Chad. I love you guys.
Thank you. Is one of my mods in here? One second. Mod. Is Mitria? Val? Any of my mods in here? Oh, can you come up for a second, Mitria? I have to run to the restroom so bad.
Hello?
Hi.
Usual break.
Yes, I gotta go so bad. I'm like I'm as you could probably see with her, I was like rocking back and forth because I'm like I have to go so bad. But if I will be right back.
Get going. Hi everybody. Happy Sunday. There are 358 people in here. Make sure you are tapping away for her, and then also make sure you're sharing out the live if you can. The daily heart me's tell the algorithm that we are trying to make a little bit of a hi everybody, that we're trying to make an impact. So the daily heart me's are good. Oh, thank you for the April flower. I love those. And then also, if you could, you're able to subscribe to Diava. She's still looking for a few more. That's an understatement. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate you. She's also looking for more of the coral reefs. She needs 15 more of those to fulfill her daily gifting goal. Highs are here. And then she also does need, if possible, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. There we go. If you would like to contribute to her other ways, you can Cash App or Venmo her directly at Diavatalks, and you can help her out that way as well, so we can keep coming back. But hi everybody, I hope you're all doing great. It was so wonderful to see Jen back in today, wasn't it? I know she's been kind of busy doing other stuff, because, you know, life, and it happens, but we've been doing really good. Hi, Gen X Proud. And since we do have a few more seconds here, I will go ahead and just plug my Good News show again. We are going to be doing our recap day today. So if anybody would like to stop in and see what we talked about throughout the week, maybe get a no thank you taste for our show, see if it's something you would like to be involved in, and come to on the daily, we would love to see you. So, thank you, Opie. But I do hope everybody's having a good Sunday. And
I'm back.
hi back.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you so much.
I knew you were probably in an emergency way, because you couldn't see me putting in the notes. I was like,
I did. I was scrolling through trying to find somebody.
So, no, I get it. You're good, though.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad I could help.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Of course, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Anything you want to say while you're up here? Or did you already say it?
No, I mean, I talked a little bit about everything.
Okay.
You certainly had some people today, that's for sure.
Oh, I had to restart 4 times, but hey.
You know what? We'd rather you restart 4 times
They get bananas for a week. Yep.
continuously get bananas.
Yeah, my new agent, I changed agents, for creators.
Yeah.
And I changed agencies and or agents, and she told me the other day that they even if you don't say it on your live and someone else does, that's why sometimes you get taken down. You're like, I didn't say anything. It wasn't even me, or whatever. They're shutting down creators based on what their guests say now too.
Wow.
So if I don't start over, I'm gonna get a banana if I wait. If I don't, so
I mean, it seems to be working so far.
yeah. My son figured that out. Troy called me one night. He's like, "Do you notice that every time they come up and do a slur or they say something, you end up getting a timeout?" He goes, "I think that they're just going to banana anybody. So why don't you just start over after they do a violation, and then that way you won't get bananaed. And if they look for your account to ban it, you've already gone off. Like you've already that live has already ended.
Right.
So far it seems to work. So
It makes sense.
that's what I've been doing, and it's been working."
They take that advice.
Hey, right. They want me to be their parent, right? Exactly. All right. Well, Mitra, thank you so much for covering for me there for a moment. I really do appreciate
no
you.
problem.
All
Have
right,
a good
love.
rest of your evening,
You
though.
too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the U.S. Marine finally left. He finally got a hint that I wasn't bringing him back up. Hey, Opie, how are you, love?
Andy, I'm doing okay.
Okay. You don't sound so sure.
Well, I haven't been coming up because dealing with a lot of things right now. My grandmother's in the hospital. She's been in the hospital for the last 5 days. We don't know when she's coming home.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We're dealing.
I know. Anything with family is always stressful and
Yeah.
So I don't like that for you.
I don't live close by, so it's kind of tough. My mom and dad live with her, so at least
she's not alone. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine. But then just dealing with going to appointments, I had to drive.
Yeah.
With my son.
Is he doing well?
Yeah, he's doing well. We stayed at my mom's house because I had an appointment in Boston this past week. So we stayed at my mom's house. So she only lives like 20 minutes outside of Boston.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Instead of driving an hour from New Hampshire on the day, being in 3 hours or 2 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
To try to make it there.
It's like a whole day just to go to the doctor once.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like literally like an EKG, which takes like 5 seconds.
Right.
A blood draw, which takes 5 seconds, and then like talking to the nurse practitioner who studies his case,
Right.
So it was like a 5-minute visit, but it was like 4 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had surgery. I had surgery once in Miami area. It was a 2.5, about 3 to 3 hours and 15-minute drive each way. When I had to go for a pre-op appointment and then a post-op appointment, and yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, it's really rough for those like crazy appointments.
It's exhausting.
Luckily, we get to do a lot of virtual appointments, so we don't have to drive down.
Well, that's good. I didn't have that option when I had mine because, that was like 01 when I had mine.
No, that's nice. Yeah, exactly. It's nice if you can do it, but and then we got we thought that his medication was 3.2 million for his infusion, and we got the full bill the other day, and it was $5.9 million for the medication and to have it infused into him and all this stuff. So it came out to 5.9 total.
Holy cow!
Right.
I thought the twins bill. I thought that the bill when the twins were born, because my twins were premature in the NICU. Chase was there from Thanksgiving till New Year's, and their bill was like $1.2 million or some crazy crazy number.
I thought mine was high when I had heart surgery at 33 or 30. I had 33. And my whole thing came to like $500,000. That's pretty expensive. Somebody in the comments was asking what DFD is. So mine is, so DFD is Duchenne muscular dystrophy. That's what my name stands for. You can see it in the picture, stronger than Duchenne. So Duchenne muscular dystrophy is what my son has. So that's my whole thing. That's what I'm all about fighting, all about trying to hopefully this medication that he got, the almost $6 million infusion, will help kids in the future. Hopefully.
Hey, that's what it's all about. I mean, you got to, everybody's a test subject at some point.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll lead the way. And I mean, like I said before in your live, it's only been approved for a year and a half from the FDA, so there's not much to know about it.
Yeah.
But we just keep our fingers crossed, give them the best chance.
Absolutely. And it's your kid. You're going to do anything it takes.
Oh yeah, exactly. Let's do anything. But somebody was curious, so I just figured I'd.
Yeah, absolutely.
But earlier in your live, you had that guy who kept moving. You had Val up, and he kept moving the goalposts about. I made the most
2016.
2016, and you're like, and I'm like, I'm like, I'm already yelling. I'm already yelling. I'm driving in the car. I'm already yelling.
He didn't become president until 2017. Then he was like, "Oh, it's because the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was not until 2018." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I meant." I'm like, "No, shut up, shut up."
Thank you.
Your his goalpost had almost turbojet fucking wheels on it. I was like, "Oh, come on now."
That was so funny.
I was like, "Come on, man."
I couldn't stop laughing. He was like, "I made more," and then he didn't even make over 100,000. I'm like, "Get out of here!"
There's no way you got that much of a tax break. Nobody did.
Exactly.
Unless your last name is Walmart or Bezos, you didn't get shit, buddy.
You did was like your argument, which is like, I'm just giving you the numbers. You and Val, like, I'm just giving you data. Can you like the data? Or I don't know what to tell you.
Like, why do you use that as that's your rhetoric? I'm like, data? No, I'm giving you the rhetoric. Your rhetoric is just data. Oh my God.
You need hard numbers.
Who would have thunk to give you actual data instead of just my feelings and my opinions?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've also been sick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's my allergies kicking up already. Even though it's rained here for the past 3-4 days, it's going to rain here again in New Hampshire. It's been very, very crappy for weather. But,
see, we are in full spring down here in Florida, so my son suffers from wicked allergies, and so he wakes up just sneezing and yakking. I have to get the kids Claritin for him because
I've been taking my allergy meds. But it's going to get rough. Soon. But I just wanted to come up because I haven't been up in the last couple of days. And,
yeah, absolutely.
I've been trying to listen, but I just I think I disappeared.
No, I know you got a lot going on, honey. I totally get it.
Yeah. But so. I love you, and it's been wild today.
Dude. Yeah. But thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you have a great day.
You too. I hope things start looking up for you. I hope your grandma does well. I hope your son continues to do well. I love our little family that we have created here. V, how are you?
Hi, Diava. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. Today's been a bit frustrating, but I'm good.
Okay. I can imagine, especially yesterday, how do I put this? How much that angered them. And, my son, he's 15, as I've stated, that was his first protest, and we went to the Kent State protest. Yeah, so Kent State with its notorious
with its history. Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's my alma mater. So I was
That's
he was
so awesome.
so amazed about like watching the videos from like all over the world, you know, standing with the cause. And I mean, we received we didn't receive any kind of hostility, thankfully, where we were at. You know, unfortunately, we did see where others had, you know, received some of that negativity for expressing. And I've seen people on threads all over going, you know, they should all be arrested. And it was literally peaceful. Why? You want to talk about your First Amendment rights, but that's exactly what we were expressing. But we did not, you know, smash.
But without violence. Yeah.
Right.
It can be done without violence. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah. And it's just, yeah, my son, like, we came home on such a high. It was just, you know, and it was a high because it was so great to see so many people. And
Well, I think we feel so alone. You know, a lot of times, like, we feel like we're the only ones that are feeling this anguish and this damn near torture from this administration, that kind of feels like we're all alone. Like, I work from home, I'm home, I homeschool the kids, like, I'm not around other people, so and I'm surrounded by MAGA and my family, so I always feel very alone when it comes to stuff like that.
Exactly. And, you know, and I'm about to start a new job, which is in extreme red pill incel area. So I'm going to have to really, really watch my mouth.
Yeah.
And, you know, financially I have to do what's best for my family, but I am really, really hating the fact that where the location that I'm going to be going to. So I'm just going to, you know, put my head down and just do my job, and that's all I can do. But it's just, seeing these people trying to bend, you know, even still with the stock market, well, it's going to bounce back. You've lost all of this, and it's not going to gain further. And that's something, you know, my sister, while she's on the same side, you know, I tried to explain this to her. Yeah, now's the time to buy. However, you're never going to gain back what you just lost. You know, she works for a major corporation here in America.
Right, because you're losing the contributions that your employer makes. They're not going to re-put it back in.
Right, exactly. And she was, you know, earlier this week watching, because, you know, the stock has gone down even lower than it did in 2020. I'm just watching it crumble, which is why she met with her FA yesterday. And
but it's even worse than that, because this time was intentional. He even reposted on True Social that he's purposely crashing the economy. Purposely. What U.S. president does it? That's treasonous.
Right. Why would you do something like this on purpose without having malicious intent?
Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah. So I mean, this is 100% done with malice, and people that are still sticking up for him, it just still dumbfounds me. But
it's so gross.
It is. So I won't keep you. I know that, you know, you've only got 10 minutes left. Thank you so much for having me up. It's great to be here.
Oh,
As always, I try and make you every day, of course. And I hope your shoulder gets better soon.
Thank you. Me too. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, V. I'm really happy you and your son got to experience that yesterday. That's so freaking cool. That's so cool. Hey, 49ers Freak, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Today was a bit frustrating, but I'm good.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I could tell that it was frustrating. I'm sure it has to be like that on a Saturday afternoon. But I just wanted to come in because I also wanted to point out, for me, with my protest in Carson City, we had about 7,000 people there, which is really great when you think about it, because Carson City County here in Nevada is one of the reddest counties across the state. So, seeing that we had 7,000 people there makes me honestly believe, and I'm not saying this in a negative way or a bad way at all, it makes me believe that there had to be at least anywhere from 750 to at least 1,000 Republicans there saying we're fed up with this.
Exactly. Absolutely.
And
And it's going to happen more and more as they lose jobs, as they have their retirement accounts are petering away, when their kids can't get IEPs, and because they think that only Democrats have kids with special needs. Like, it's going to affect Republicans too. They just thought it was going to harm other people, so they were okay with it. But when it hits them, that's the only time that MAGA is going to defect, is when it personally affects them. And until it does, they will not.
Yeah, and I also just wanted to point out, because you guys were just talking about the stock market and everything, I just wanted to say I actually saw a clip, Donald Trump from years and years ago, maybe you know about it, but a clip of him talking about he loves when the stock market crashes, because when it does, that's when he can buy up everything
Yep.
that was related to stock market and real estate. So to anyone who thinks that this isn't intentional, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that for a fact, but I will say if he's not doing that with some intent to help himself,
Of course he is.
then I really haven't had cerebral palsy for the last 40 and a half years of my life.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if you're still defending him regarding the stock market, when it crashed down 2,200 points as of Friday, and the outlook for next week is not looking much better, you might want to do your research into that clip I just talked about, because this isn't hyperbole. This isn't someone talking for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the one in that clip saying, I love it when the stock market crashes, because when it does, I'm able to take advantage of it to make myself richer.
That's what all the billionaires do. Because you buy low and you sell high. So what he's doing is, that's why I think he's been doing that. Me personally, this is my opinion. I always say when it's my opinion, but that's what billionaires do. They buy up when it's low. And I think what he's been doing, like threatening these tariffs to these countries, and then when it comes right down to the day, well, we'll give it a 30-day extension. We'll give it a 30-day extension. So it crashes. And then he's like, okay, I'll give it a 30-day extension. So it goes back up again, right? They buy when it's crashed. It goes back up because he takes off the tariffs off the table. And then 30 days later, oh, I'm going to tariff you guys again. And then, oh, we'll hold on to it for 30 days. Yeah, it's an absolute game for him and his billionaire friends to just keep buying when it crashes. And then when it goes back up, they make a fortune, and then they crash it again.
Exactly. And I just had to say this last piece, and I'll let you go. I just had to say, if people think he's such a stable genius, why did he tear up 2 islands inhabited by penguins?
Yeah, them damn bastards, just free-loading penguins.
I mean, I'm no zoologist. I'm not related to anything to do with birds or whatnot, and know anything about birds, but I'm pretty damn sure that terrorizing 2 islands full of penguins is not going to make them anywhere near happy feet.
No, I think that they're not going to get a return on that investment there.
No, definitely not. But yeah, so I just wanted to come up and say,
Thank you.
For everyone that did a protest yesterday, thanks. I appreciate all of you for doing it. And just one last quick thing.
Yeah, sure.
For anyone that thinks these protests won't do anything,
Oh,
no matter if you're Republican, Democrat, or otherwise, because I have seen it from a lot of people since yesterday. Just remember, if you don't think protests don't work, remember, members of my fellow disabled community protested for me to be able to get the ADA signed into law. Does that mean every protest works? Everything is instantaneous when you protest? No, but just remember, protests do work, even if you think they don't. And that goes for anyone, because I have seen people on the left say, well, do it like this or do it like that. Well, literally, disabled people, like, literally, I had their wheelchairs and crawled up the Capitol steps to say, this is why we need access. So
Exactly.
Tess says protests don't work. They do.
Sure they do.
I don't care how long ago it was. Protests do work.
They do.
So.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Dave. I just wanted to say
Oh,
hi.
of course.
And also, I hope your shoulder course does feel better because it seems like you're so young with that. So yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Well, thanks for having me up. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, hon. Oh, the protest being AI generated. Oh, is that what they're saying? I heard they said that Soros paid everybody to protest. Oh my Lord, these people are insane. No, the fact that everything is fucking falling to shit, that wouldn't be a reason to protest, but that's AI generated protesters. Yeah, I don't think so. Boxer Mom, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Today's been a little frustrating, but
What's that?
I just said today's been very frustrating, but I'm good.
Oh God, absolutely. I don't know if Maui Wise is talking about. I was hearing. I haven't looked into this. I don't have any clue if it's true because I haven't checked. That the tariffs were generated from AI that he came up with.
Oh, I have heard that he used Chat GPT or something like that, but I don't know for certain.
But I don't think that's what he.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me because he's so incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
No. I believe anything like that because he's a moron.
Yes. Sorry, it took me a second. I was looking at something. Dang it. I'm trying. Every time I all of a sudden, my iPad wants to click me out.
Of course. That's the way it always works.
I got it. I'm trying to hurry.
That's true, though. When Trump supporters come up here and they try to, that is so true. When they come up here and try to debate me.
What do they do?
They're like, well, when I Chat GPT'd it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, that's not a source. Like, it can source things for you, and sometimes it gives you the source at the other end. Like, it'll give you the sources, but it's still, and the data is usually like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Because I think AI only goes up to 2022.
It be biased of what you put in to get the answer you're looking for, but they're too dumb.
But you know what's so funny at Boxer Mom? What I love is Grok. Always use Grok if you're going to try to dispute with a Trump supporter, because Grok is Elon Musk's AI.
Okay.
And if you ask it, who is the most, like, I think somebody asked it, I saw a TikTok video, and they put into Grok, it was like, which former president would be the closest to a dictator or whatever. This is on Elon Musk's Grok, and it came out with Donald J. Trump. So even if you can debunk them with Grok, because they're all Musk boys now too. So if you use his own AI against them, they don't know what to say.
That and crypto people, or these kids that come on and think they know finance, they don't know. They don't have a clue. My dad has always told us girls, you'll get the answers when you follow the money. Follow the money. The money never lies.
Oh, absolutely. You follow the money trail every time. You'll always find the corruption and who's behind it.
Oh yeah. Don't look at what they're saying, anything like that. Don't
look at what they're doing. Yep. Yeah. All right. Did you have a poem for us? Because it's 7. So yeah.
Uh-huh. We are the fire that builds again. For the America that rises from truth, not denial. You want to save a country? Start by telling the truth. Not the sanitized story, not the flag-wrapped fairy tale, but the raw, blistering truth of what we've been of who we've been, so we can finally become something better. We will build from them. This land was not born in freedom. It was carved in chains, watered with blood, stacked on the backs that never got to see the promise they carried. You do not heal a wound by pretending it's not there. You do not move forward by refusing to look back. We do not fear history, we face it. We learn from it. We break its cycles with truth, justice, and fire. A nation stuck in what was will never become what could be. You call it tradition, we call it stagnation. You say conserve, we say rise higher. Because progress doesn't come from clinging to a past that only served the few. We are not here to preserve injustice and amber. We are here to burn what doesn't serve us and build something where everyone gets a seat, not just a history book mention. You want it to make it right? Then stand in the fire. A better America isn't born in comfort. It's born in courage. It's forged when we say, enough to silence, enough to greed, enough to division sold as patriotism. It's built when we fund schools instead of slashing from them, when we protect the vulnerable instead of pretending they're invisible, when we lift each other up, not with pity, but with power. We don't shame. We need spine. We need people who are willing to say, we got it wrong, and we're going to make it right. That's patriotism. That's leadership. And that's love. This country doesn't belong to the past. It belongs to the ones who dare to reimagine it, to the ones who believe that Black lives matter, transgender lives matters, the disabled lives matter. And when they're all valued, protected, and uplifted, the dream lives. Not in statues or slogans, but in action. This is not a resurrection of what was. This is a birth of what must be. So pick up your fire. Pick up your voice. Pick up your neighbor. And let's make this land worthy of its people. Not perfect, but possible. Not flawless, but fearless. Not finished, but rising. So this isn't just a poem. This is a blueprint for a revolution. Thank you, Yava.
Man, that's awesome. Yay! They're always so wonderful. Well, thank you, Boxer Mom. As always, your writing is stellar.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody take care.
Thank you. Luke, you don't ask to come up very often, so I'm over my time, but if you can make it quick, I'll let you come up and say something real quick. So it's been a hot minute.
What's up, Diava?
Hey.
It's been a while.
I know. How are you?
I've been doing all right, taking it day by day, personally, and also just in general.
Yeah.
If I were to make it quick, let me just say that, first of all, I went to the New York State rally.
Nice.
And it was gross, as in the weather.
Oh.
It was like cold, rainy, windy, you name it. But
miserable.
yeah. But hey, it helped fly my 3-foot by 5-foot flag that I brought. So
nice.
But if I were to make it short, it would be when shit happens every day, then my passion grows stronger, and you don't fuck with Gen Z.
That part.
And if the government, and honestly, let's just say you're the government, for example, Diava.
Mm-hmm.
You're afraid of us? Well, you should be. Do your damn job.
Yep.
And don't be corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, let's start there.
Or we're gonna vote your ass out. Simple as that.
Damn Skippy.
Because if you took the oath of office for your pocket and not the people who elected you, you are part of the problem.
Yep. And I feel the same way about getting all the old. This is going to be mean, but some of the old decrepit people that have been in Congress for way too long. We need new blood in there. They are so completely and utterly out of touch with the American people and what we want. Modern technology, social media, all the stuff that kind of is running our world right now. We need people who know that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and like, and also,
and the people that are voting the way that we don't want them to, you gotta vote them out. That's all there is to it. It's like they gotta go.
But yet it's frustrating how there are like, also one last quick thing I'll do reverse instead of long story short, short story long. So what frustrates me is that there's obviously MAGA there where they are absolutely like unreachable.
I agree.
But I do know that there are MAGA who are not like hardcore MAGA, but like they're like vulnerable MAGA, as in the GOP preys upon them. They're vulnerable to it, which encourages them to vote, but they're just going to get fucked over by the people that they voted for anyways.
Right.
So it's about them having lack of resources in a result because of their vulnerability. So it's about reaching out to them if they are able to be helped.
I agree. I've actually talked to a few just in the last couple of weeks where they were like, yeah, I fucked up. my 401k, my retirement is like almost gone, and like it's lost 2,200 points on Friday. The futures just came out this evening for next week, and it's already supposed to be down another 1,300 tomorrow. I'm like, these are people's entire retirement accounts, their 401ks, everything they've saved their future for, that is just gone. And they're not going to get that back. And, you know, some people are like, oh, that's how the market works. You just have to leave it there longer. I'm like, people like me who are in their 50s or people who are in their 60s, we don't have 20, 30, 40 years to let our money just sit there and rebuild back up. We need that money long before it'll ever have time to bounce back, if at all.
Yeah, exactly. And if I am being, like, brutally honest, I'm not sure how we're going to possibly make it to midterms.
I don't know.
Like I would say it's an accomplishment if we made it to next year.
I agree.
Like New Year's Day, not midterms. No, that's like 2027.
I think that the MAGA, the Trump, the Republicans or whatever, they're the ones that are going to have to put a stop to it. Like, we have no power, is what I mean. Like, there's going to need to be a few people in the Congress that are going to have to they're going to have to buck the system. They're going to have to, in order to put a stop to this, because that's why you got all these people, all these senators and House of Representative people are coming out like, my district is going to be decimated. Half of my population, half of my constituents are on Medicaid. So like, y'all can't do this. This will be, I mean, and that's what I said earlier. I don't want it to get bad, because it's going to be bad for all of us. But it already is. It's already getting bad. It's already bad. And it can get worse. But after the Great Depression, Republicans didn't hold a majority in any office for 60 years.
Yep.
So bring it on, bitches. If it means we don't have Republicans for 60 more years, we'll go through this pain, okay?
Yeah.
Because he already put on Truth Social that he's doing this on purpose. He should be tried for treason. He's going to go too far. MBM, real quick, MBM and MBW, it's misbehaving men or misbehaving women or misbehaving non-binary. It just means misbehaving.
Yeah.
We're getting in good trouble, basically. That's what that means, is like misbehaving man, misbehaving woman, or something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna see them like all around.
Yep.
So.
Well, thanks for coming up, Luke. It was nice chatting with you. I gotta go because my kids are itching for dinner. Gotta go feed them damn kids.
I hear that.
Oh, real quick. Last night, I don't think I forgot to format it. But I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's HOTTOGO. Trump has to fucking go. And you can't see it, but my daughter I'll format it for tomorrow. It has, you can't see it because I forgot to format it, but it has she drew a cartoon person with her with a red hat. So it's hilarious. I'll format it so you guys can see the whole thing tomorrow, because I forgot to. Yeah, she drew Trump basically with the red hat, and it's hilarious. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll put it up tomorrow so that you guys can see the whole thing, but it's hilarious. But it's okay. HOTTOGO. Trump has to fucking go. Anywho, I thought I'd leave it at that because it was really fun. She drew that last night. It was really cute. I'll show y'all tomorrow though. But thanks, Luke, for coming up.
Gotcha.
Thanks. Take care. All right, guys. I'm way past my time, but I wanted to give him a chance. Exactly. Finish him. Exactly. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the taps, the likes, the love, the gifts. Good Lord, I can't speak. The live gift goal. Thank you for the subscriptions, the Cash App, the Venmos. But thank you guys more importantly just for being here every single day to support me. I can't do this every single day without you. I absolutely love and adore each and every one of you, and I just love the community we've built here. And I appreciate you guys so, so much. And I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do this all over again. I love you. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Bye. All right, YouTube and Twitch. Thank you guys for being here today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern as usual, and we will do this all over again. So thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys are all subscribed to my YouTube. Make sure you, I know her poems are just amazing, aren't they, Lady Fox? But I'll see you guys all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. I love you. Mwah. See you tomorrow.